Oh, welcome to the Tom Barnard Podcast, brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com with
co-host Catherine Brandt.
Andy Barnard.
And Kristyn Burtt.
Speaking of Kristyn Burtt, Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I just looked up at the screen and realized the color of my pants makes it look like I'm not wearing any pants.
You look a
They
little neat.
are flesh colored.
It's all
weird. They
flesh
look-
colored. I looked up like, do I have any pants on?
They look very pinky beige. Yeah.
They look just like skin.
They're beige.
They do look like skin on this side of the
They do.
camera.
Yeah.
They do, don't they?
Oh, well.
I know.
Tom's not wearing any pants on the
He's
show
Winnie
today,
the
but-
Pooh. You're like Winnie the Pooh with just the shirt.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
I got
Well,
a shirt, but
Yeah, look at Jude is very, very red. So
Yeah.
am I. I remember when
red.
Kristyn was in here, she was like, my hair's so red.
Julie's
What?
red.
I don't know why I look so red in here.
No
You
doubt
can
about
adjust the
it.
color temperature.
Oh, I should tell everybody that I had to make an appointment to get. Kristyn, you don't probably know about this, but on the way back, it was before we left Florida. They didn't sideswipe. My car was parked somewhere. I don't even know where because they didn't notice it because it was on the other side of the car. But somebody scraped my car with their car and didn't leave a message, of course. They just drove away.
That's
Right.
the worst.
So I just took it into a place, Carl's, which is down the road here about, 10 minutes away, something like that.
I think that's what you said. Minnetonka Boulevard, not
Yep.
far.
Huge listeners to the show. We're going to have them on, as a matter of fact, after they fix my car. But yeah, they're huge listeners and they love it.
Okay, now wait a second though. So, the scrape is about, I would say, 6x4, all the way down
Yeah, that's about right.
to the door. So it's, and it's dented. Then he's got like a bunch of, it's a 2017 car. It's got a bunch of little dings and scrapes and all this kind of stuff. So what would you think it would cost to fix this car?
They're going to tell you need the entire panel replaced or something like that. So I would say I'd go $1,200.
I was going to say like 3,000.
Well, actually, we got it priced at another place. It was $12,000.
That is a scam. There's no
That's-
That's such a scam.
12,000.
These guys are going to do that. They're going to the interior somehow.
Oh, yeah. There's other
the inside
problems.
of the roof of the car, and it was the back seat, so I'm assuming it was kids. They pulled it's got like a beige cloth ceiling in it. It's really nice looking, but they pulled it out, so they're going to put that back for free for me. So that was nice. But yeah, they're big listeners to the show. Yeah, it's called Carl's. It's on Minnetonka Boulevard, but
I
it's
think
kind
it's
of really,
Hopkins.
really close to Hopkins.
There's
yeah.
a whole load of car places in Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
Always have been.
But I want to
Yeah.
say hello to everybody because they're listeners to the show and they just absolutely so it went from 12,000 down to 1,700.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
that seems
50.
really reasonable.
Andy Jacobson just estimated 3,600.
Yeah, I would have guessed. I was going to say 3,000 to 4,000.
I was going to say 5,000 because it's a Jaguar,
Everything
even though
is
it's
now.
old. It seems like anytime you bring in a fancy schmancy car, they just jack up the price like
So,
crazy.
it's a 2016 Jaguar. It's the big one. What is it?
XJR. It's a
XJR,
huge
whatever
sedan.
it is. I've had it for 12 years or whatever it is, all the rest of it. So we're sitting there. And again, the guys could not have been nice. We're sitting there and he looks down and he goes, "Did you read this?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Your car mileage is wrong. I mean, what happened?" I said, "What do you mean?" So this car's only got like 26,000 miles on it. I said,
Impossible.
"Yeah, it was sitting down in Florida for all those years, so
yeah.
I hardly ever drove it."
When I lived in Minneapolis and walked to the podcast,
Yeah.
I was putting on a couple thousand miles a year.
Yep.
At
That's
most.
exactly it. So it's got like
Yeah.
26,000 miles on it, which I
That's true.
really like.
And everywhere in Florida is really, really close, so we don't really
Yeah.
drive hardly, maybe a couple of miles to
It's
anything you
true.
can think of, including the airport.
Which is
No doubt
great
about it.
considering gas prices.
I don't know. When did they go
Oh,
up?
God, again.
Again. Now they're
They-
over $4.
Yeah, they went down and then they just recently went back up because there was a ceasefire and now there's not a ceasefire or something like that. And
Oh.
There's
the Strait of
there's a
Hormuz is
fire.
blocked and then another strait is blocked and so it's jacking up prices.
I thought we didn't get our gas from that area, but
Don't worry. Come October, they'll discover a bunch of oil, and prices will go down for
That'll be it.
approximately a month and a half.
for the election.
It's all very convenient timing all the time. That's what I
Yeah, I
always
remember.
think.
Yeah, because I remember when Biden was in office, wasn't premium gas almost $7 a gallon?
Yep.
I'm surprised
was.
premium wasn't higher.
I know.
Well,
just
Kristen, Mike, the car I was
ridiculous.
just talking about them fixing, and it's a big car. It's got a big tank in it. I filled it up 2 days ago. It was over $100 to fill up my car.
Easily.
Crazy. This time around, because California, we always have expensive gas prices.
Yeah, yeah.
This has been the most expensive I've seen since I've lived here, and it's since the Iran issue. And even when it went up with Biden, it was still not that high. So this one has been, I think, for a lot of people who drive a lot and have a daily commute in Los Angeles, this has been brutal for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, would you look
Yeah.
at that? 2022, they hit a record high of $5 a gallon, but then near the end of the year, they dropped to $3.
Yeah.
Gee, being
Amazing.
election
It's
time.
amazing how that happens.
Well, and unfortunately here in California, we have a summer blend. So
Yeah.
because
We do
we have
too.
different regulations than a lot of other
Yep.
states. So then our blend goes high. And then if you have on top of that, if you have any type of global situation going on, that spikes it even more. So
Yeah.
We've got our winter blend, which drops your gas mileage quite a bit.
Yeah, and you guys are really far from the Middle East, so it's even more shipping costs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is my mic like super bassy?
I don't hear it, but I'm
Well,
Sound-
you can't hear my mic, so
that's true. I can't hear your mic.
you sound lower than everybody. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
So Wendy's going to do the show like, so,
So
here's the
did
deal.
you buy a
Is
new
it
car,
because of
Kristen?
this?
I thought you were in the market.
So funny. I
one?
just was thinking about that when you guys were talking about the Jaguar. So I still have my old car. And it's a Prius. It's a 2008 that I bought in 2007. And I have started the car process. But I'm like, some of these, it's not the actual price of the car. It's what the dealers are doing. They're like
Yeah.
jacking up the price. And
Yeah.
I haven't settled on anything that I absolutely love, so I'm not in the negotiating process right now. But I actually think that there's a couple of different services. They'll just do the negotiations for you. They're very well known. You pay like $500-$600, and they'll just do all. Because I'm like, I don't want to sit at the dealership all day. I'm like, just give me the out the door price, and we're done. I don't want dealer markups. I don't need anything special. I need a car to take me from point A to point B safely.
Yeah, when I got my car, I think it was like 28,000 MSRP, and I walked out at 36, I think. Just because all the various dealer markups
I
and
know.
taxes and fees and everything, it was
And I'm
Once more.
someone, I'm going to keep my car. Obviously, listen, I didn't anticipate to keep this car almost 2 decades, but I'm
Right,
going to keep my
right.
car at least 10 years. I don't need to drive a super fancy car. It's just not where I want to spend my money.
I get it.
But I am one of those people. I'm like, just give me the out the door. I don't want to spend the whole day talking to you. I have the cash to buy it. They don't want your cash, by the way.
no. They
No.
want credit. Yeah.
No, they give you
So-
one price for credit and one price for cash.
Yeah, they do.
It's
Yeah.
like this. How is that legal? Isn't that
Isn't that
like-
insane? And it used to be cash is king. So if I had been like, I can pay this in full
Yep.
today and you'll be done with it, they don't want my cash. They want me to finance it. So
But then you can pay it
everyone's being
off.
told finance it for a month and then pay it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, how dumb is all of that? I mean,
It's
think of it
so
just the
dumb.
waste of time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, again, the last time I bought a car, I was probably in there for a solid 4 or 5 hours. It's,
Yeah.
it's an all-day thing. You're literally there all day.
All day. And I'm someone who, my credit's frozen, so I have to unfreeze my credit so I can do
Oh, yeah.
a financing deal that I'm going to pay off in 30 days. Like the whole thing sounds insane to me.
It is insane. That's why.
All right, I always
And
tell you.
I have a nice Prius that still is running very well, knock wood.
There you go. Before we move on to other things, to tell one quick story because it's such a phenomenal memory. This Carl's Auto Repair, where I took my car, and again, I would highly recommend them. And I don't own the place. I just met them today, but they're very professional and very nice, and a hell of a lot cheaper than all the other places that I could see anyway. But I'm sitting there, and it's right on Minnetonka Boulevard, down just before, I guess, 169, just right down there, about a block away. And I talked to the guys. I said, while I'm sitting here, I got to be honest with you. I'm looking out the window at my old friend's house that he lived in. So this would have been about 50 years ago. About 50 years ago, he would have well, maybe not that long, but maybe 40, 45, something like that. But it went on for a while too. But we would play football there every late summer and early fall because he had this huge backyard. I mean, it went on right up to the freeway, and the freeway wasn't anywhere near his house. But the great memories of that, I was talking to him about it today over there, just thinking back to those magnificent memories, because you would get former Vikings that would come over and play football with us. Philip Wise, as a matter of fact, would come over and play. Minnesota Twins would come over and play, and all the rest of it. Prince, as a matter of fact, would come over and play football with us. Not a lot, but he came a couple of times. There were so many, like, if any superstars came through town, they'd go to Cliff's house to play football because, well, the Siegel family was really good at promotion, working for different labels and all the rest of it. But what a great memory that was, looking at that field from a distance and thinking of all the very, very famous, I mean, the big actors came and played, and the musicians and singers, and that was quite something for a guy. I think I was like 20, 22 years old, something like that. It was quite a thrilling time, I'll tell you. It was amazing.
I bet.
That's fun. You were just talking about Prince. I just was thinking the Prince musical is officially going to Broadway. You guys had it last fall in Minneapolis for the out-of-town tryout, and it is going to Broadway for the 26-27 season, but it won't premiere until 2027. But so we'll have Prince and Michael Jackson both on Broadway at the same time, because the MJ the Musical is still running.
That movie that Catherine and I saw, the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah, that documentary.
That documentary was
really
phenomenal.
Good. It
It was good.
God, that was good.
Did you guys go to the movie theater to see it?
Yep. Didn't we?
See Michael?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
like,
She
let's
looks at me like,
Remember?
"We
I
did?"
don't remember.
I know. Well,
I
it's
don't
so
remember what I did this
funny.
morning.
I just was, working out my schedule, and I thought, how is it possible that Saturday is August, where I
know.
think Michael the
know.
musical came out, or Michael the movie came out around April.
Yeah, it was. I remember seeing posters for it when we took Ethan to go see Mario Galaxy, and that has to have been probably late April, maybe.
Yeah,
it was Thanksgiving or Easter weekend, I think. So
U.S. theatrical release was April 24th.
yeah,
Oh my
there you go.
goodness, that seems like so long ago now. All of
know.
a sudden. I just went into a Walgreens today, and they're putting up the Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
Halloween stuff has been
Halloween
up for a
candy.
while.
It's been out for a month. That has been
Oh,
out
yeah.
for a month, you guys. Like the
Oh,
second that
yeah.
4th of July was over, it was Halloween.
Believe it. I was like, what's all of this?
Yeah, we went to Target, and yeah, it's been out for weeks.
Still
already.
summer.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Do
October.
have a confession though. When I went to Tahoe, which was, I don't even remember, I guess it was July, maybe June. I bought a Christmassy little wooden tray that I really liked, and it is on my dining room table because it looks really cute.
Oh, there you go.
But it's not like green or red, it's wood in the shape of a tree. So technically, it's like woodsy, earthy. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be
But I
Christmas.
got to be honest with you, 4 months of Halloween is enough. 4 months in advance?
Oh, yeah. How's that candy still fresh?
Oh.
How is that candy still fresh?
Wrap
Yeah,
it
and then
well.
November 1st, it's Christmas. So October
Oh, yeah.
31st, enjoy it because in
Yep.
5 minutes, it's Christmas time.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, is this right? Am I hallucinating?
Well, they got to sell stuff apparently.
I guess.
They do. And I think if retail could come up with a fake holiday between 4th of July and Halloween, they would. So they
They
can sell more
Yeah.
stuff.
totally would.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
It was just surprising.
What about a Labor Day?
Yeah, Labor Day.
Labor Day
I don't
is,
think
yeah,
that's
there's
not
no real
over.
decor for Labor Day.
No.
A
No.
flag.
Flags,
I don't know.
same as 4th of July. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
showing
New
people
York used to
what-
have a Labor Day parade with all the unions back in the day. I don't know
Yeah.
if
Oh,
they
yeah,
still do
well,
that.
unions.
Andy
Yeah.
Jacobson, right now candy companies are making Easter candy.
It's true.
I bet they are.
They probably
For
are.
2030.
I think he's not lying.
It's probably
And you
already
wonder
in
why
the
you crack a
warehouse.
tooth on it. Like, why doesn't this taste good? Yeah, this is why.
Okay, I'll say it once more, then I'll shut up. It looks like I have my naked legs hanging out. I just put my foot. I was like, God, that looks weird.
Well, at least you've got a pillow over your privates.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot for that. That went over
Well, at
big.
least put the Barnard, your logo on the right way. So
Yeah, I could do that.
there
There
you
you
go.
go. Now you can read it and everything.
Oh my God.
TMI.
Oh, here's what I like. Tom, Rob Nelson made a hole-in-one and has been made, a hole-in-one has been made at Lafayette Country Club. Oh, it's Denny Walsh.
We don't want to know about his hole in one.
Look at this. They just
Never
sent
going to
it
happen
over.
for me.
Well, I'll make an announcement about it. So yes, Denny Walsh, congratulations on your hole-in-one. In any case, moving forward, what else is happening, sister?
What else is happening? We have a new Nepo baby alert.
Uh-oh.
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby. His name is Magnus Farrell. Anyone know the
Oh.
dad? Magnus, yeah.
Magnus.
Will
With an
Ferrell.
S.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. Not an actor though, a musician, and he's got this song that's gone viral, like all over social media, called "Asleep Talking." I thought about this when I was listening to it. I'm like, I think actually Tom would like this song. It's got a good R&B hook. It is very
Ooh, I love
soulful.
that.
It is right in your genre.
Really?
Yes.
That's so funny you brought that up because we were just talking about yesterday. I ran into some old friends, and all we did was talk about how phenomenal Marvin Gaye was one of the greatest singers of all time. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Too old for you to
Magnus,
know who Marvin
maybe-
Gaye even is.
I know who Marvin Gaye is. I don't know if Magnus is the next Marvin Gaye, but he's 22, so he's at a young stage of his career.
Oh, there
so,
you go.
you know, there's definitely a window for an R&B comeback because we don't hear enough of it in terms of
Oh,
pop
you're
music.
right. You're absolutely right. Now, okay, I got to say this and then move on, I promise. But every time I think of Marvin Gaye, that his own father killed him, shot him to death, right?
Yep. They had a fight. Yeah, it's really sad.
Well, you're bringing in tons of dough. Your family's living in wealth and magnificent, and his dad kills him. Like what? Okay, let's get back to something happy. Now we're talking. I'll tell you what, I'll
Magnus.
take a break. We'll segue, but I'll take a break and we'll be back in 60 seconds, and we get a much better segue then. Have you seen a case where somebody decided to represent themselves in court? Did it go well? Of course not, because law is hard. That's why I recommend Bradshaw and Bryant Personal Injury Lawyers to help you navigate the labyrinth that is the justice system. If you've been injured or need legal help, just visit minnesotapersonalinjury.com or call 320-259-5414 to talk to one of their great lawyers at Bradshaw and Bryant. That's very nice, don't you think?
It is nice.
good.
No question about
I'm
it.
going to need to say something very surprising that's going to come out of my mouth because I don't normally say this, but I did go and
This-
see Spider-Man Brand New Day on Monday night.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
And I am going to tell you that it was rather delightful.
Really? Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay.
And I am not someone who has watched the other movies, so I'm going to admit that. I just kind of dropped myself right there into the franchise. But I think what makes this movie really good, and there's not a ton of like, hey, you need to be deep into the Marvel universe to understand this. And Tom Holland is just such a delightful actor. He's so charming that you go along with the story. And I thought was probably the best part. And it probably has to do with the actor himself.
Yeah.
And Zendaya plays, Mary Jane or MJ, and the two of them together are great. And it was 2 hours and 25 minutes. But I was
Ooh.
really surprised when the movie ended. I thought, oh, that felt like it was about an hour and 45. How often do I say that?
Never. You
Never.
say that.
Never. So thumbs up for Spider-Man Brand New Day if anyone is looking to go see the movie. It's great.
Really?
If I liked it, yeah.
Okay, I'm a little fainty here hearing this.
I know. I'm fainting myself. I was so shocked when the credits came up. I said, "Oh, that's it." Because I had prepped myself. I had looked at the running time and I'm like, just breathe through this. You know it's going to be 2:25. It flew by.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's out on Friday. I am sure that Tim will give his opinion too, his more educated opinion on Marvel than mine. But just letting you know,
Yeah.
if you're looking for something this weekend, it's breezy, it's light, it's fun. Tom Holland's delightful.
Yeah, Tim is a little burned out, I would say, on superhero
Superheroes.
movies
Yeah,
for sure.
that's
but
true, he
I mean, if
is.
it's a good one, he will definitely admit it.
He'll say so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna test something. I
Is
think
that
my
a-
mic might be dying. Sounds like it's dying, doesn't
Oh,
it?
what now? God, we need more problems with
Yeah,
the
I know,
equipment.
but I'm gonna try something.
Andy is doing the like, hello, my name is
Yeah,
Andy
no, it
Bernard.
sounds like the high end is just completely gone. I'm wondering
Yeah,
if it's
I-
this
you got
preamp
your-
or if I need another
Your
mic.
NPR voice is on.
More like my listening to someone through a wall with a glass pressed up against
Oh,
it.
there you
voice.
go.
Or a little slow jams. It's slow
You want,
jams with
you want to put
Andy.
this on, Andy, the number 2?
I'm doing stuff over here. I'm good.
He's
Oh,
doing
you're okay,
stuff.
all
He's
right.
clicking and clacking up
Clicking
there.
and a clacking. Is that a leaf on the bottom of my foot there?
I think that's just the bottom of your shoe.
I think that's the print, the shoe print.
Oh, you're
Yep.
right. It's
Yes.
a shoe print.
So now if you commit any crimes,
I thought it was
we'll
a
trace
leaf.
them back to those shoes.
Tom's just looking to move his legs any way possible because he's got nude pants on.
Because he got nude pants
Yeah,
on.
note
exactly.
to self, no nude pants.
Nude color pants. Don't wear them again.
Is this any? Yeah, this sounds no. It sounds about the same, doesn't it?
Andy,
I
you're
don't
a
know, we
complete
can't hear it.
disaster.
Yeah. Well.
Complete
that's the show
Disaster
for you.
Network. We're here for you.
Honest to God, it's unbelievable.
Why we said complete disaster.
is
I think
what
we have a
it
spare
is.
mic I can swap out eventually.
All right. Well, that'll be fine. That'll work out well.
This is the channel.
Whatever works, right?
And Margaret's like, it's kind of tinny. Look at she's probably a microphone expert too.
Probably.
It's kind of tinny.
How about this? Any better? No, not better.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You
well.
got a good boy comment on the chat.
Oh, did he?
He is a good boy, except for today when we were walking him. He tried to get in a little bit of a skirmish with a little dog.
He did.
He walked over. He's like, I'm like, where does this bravado coming
Yeah,
from?
all of a
You
sudden
big
he's a tough
squish,
Little tough
crybaby
guy.
mama's boy.
Oh, he's a mama's boy, too.
Why are we acting all tough? It was
You know
a
what I
really
love?
sweet dog that was just, real
Yep.
wiggly and wanted
Yep.
to say hi to everybody, and that just annoyed him to no end.
One of my favorite things about Jude is when Catherine and I go out for whatever, and usually Catherine comes in first, and then I follow her in the house, but once in a while I come in first because she's grabbing something out of the back seat or whatever. Every time I walk in the house, and let's say somebody's watching him so he's not in his crate, as I walk in the door, he looks up at me and wags his tail and then goes like this.
Or looks around you
Where's
for me.
Mom?
Where's the lady that feeds me?
Where's the lady that feeds me?
Where's the pack leader?
Yes, where is she?
God, unbelievable. So what should we be watching there, sister?
Well, you've got Devil Wears Prada 2 is now officially on streaming for anyone who wants to watch it. Disney Plus has it today.
Oh, Disney. We don't have Disney. Yuck.
We're upset with Disney.
I
I think
no.
that guy,
I
is that
just
guy
don't-
trying to destroy Disney?
Bob Iger. Oh, well, it's not Bob Iger anymore. That's right.
No.
It's
It's not
Josh
Bob Iger
Tomorrow.
anymore.
It's Josh Tomorrow. Yeah.
What is he doing?
He's laying off everyone. I'm telling you,
Everyone.
they just did another round of layoffs.
Oh my God.
Well, I
Don't
think they
destroy
they
Disney
basically
World.
went Bud Light. They managed to piss off everybody on this side,
Yeah.
and then pivot, and then piss off everybody on the other side. That's just it's what corporations seem to do now. These CEOs can't get out of the way of the business.
I
They
really
have
wish
to-
they wouldn't do that.
I
really
think,
do.
when it comes to the theme parks too, it's the nickel and diming of families. And this was, Disney was a dream vacation for a lot of people. But now if you're going to spend $15,000, $20,000 for a family of four, you
know.
might as well go to Europe at this point.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
true.
It's outrageous.
I mean,
That is true.
yeah.
well, and not only that, but you also have to have your nose in an app all the time to find out which rides you can go on and when can you get
Lightning
your next
lane.
fast pass or lightning lane now.
Order
it's
your
called.
food. It's exhausting. And
It
you
really
go to
is.
Disney to actually put your phone down to spend time with your kids, right?
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Not
Exactly.
anymore. Yeah.
Because
And
it's a
then
data grab. They want all of your data.
Yep.
Right.
Well, we had a Disney, one of those timeshare things, Disney Vacation Club, and I just sold it because I couldn't get in when I wanted to get in. You have to be on your computer at 1 minute after midnight if you want to have your
Right.
days, if it's during a busy time. I'm like, no, this is not fun. This is not interesting. This is annoying. And then last time we used it, we didn't even get to have the early access to the park. It was like, oh, now today we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, it changes minute to minute, day to day. It's so
And it's all done at the
awful.
premium resorts. They're not doing early
Absolutely.
entry at any of the premium resorts.
Why?
Because they're cheap bastards.
Well, but here's my problem with that whole thing. When I was working at KQRS, let's say this is 20 years ago, whatever. Oh, before that, let's say 25 years ago. Disney owned KQRS, right? They owned a bunch of radio stations and blah, blah. Do they still own some radio stations, don't they? I think. But
And
I'm
see,
not
they don't have
sure.
Disney Radio anymore. I'm not sure that they own anything.
Maybe not. But here's a weird deal. So 25, 30 years ago, whatever it was, whenever it was, every Christmas, Bob Iger, the chief head gun of the entire company, every Christmas would send me this wonderful gift, because, well, it was the highest rated show in America, and he was very proud of that. But Bob Iger always took care of me because I made him a lot of money doing radio. You don't see that anymore. People are not grateful. It's like, you have a job. You should do your job.
No, it's all about the
like-
board making the most amount of money.
Yeah. That's right.
That's all it is.
But I really missed that. That was, well, Andy, you gotta feel that your life at Disney World was phenomenal when you were a kid.
Oh yeah.
It was spectacular. I mean,
Tire Carver says it's cheaper to go to Tokyo Disney for a week.
I don't doubt it.
He's not-
I
he's
would
not
love
kidding.
I would love to price that out
Yeah.
because I wouldn't mind going to Tokyo
I
and
wouldn't.
spending 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
It's
There you
honestly
go.
all over social media. He is not kidding. And the thing that is, first of all, the yen is way down against the dollar. So as Americans,
Yeah.
if you want to
Yeah,
go to
it's very
Japan,
low
this is the
right
time
now.
to go right now. I'm
Oh.
actually planning a trip. So, but it's much, much cheaper, and people are having an amazing experience there because you are not spending the whole day being nickeled and dimed. You're not spending the whole day on your phone.
Radio Disney ceased all broadcasting February 2021. So
Yeah.
So that was
a
5
long
years
time
ago, yeah.
Yeah, they sold it to, didn't they?
Who did they sell it to?
Was it? It wasn't Cumulus.
The guy that's running it now is a complete douchebag. What is wrong with him?
let's see.
Firing everybody in sight, and
Like I
he's
said, all they care about is money.
it's all just money. Yep. How much money they're going to make.
Yep.
I hate that.
It's
Me
really a bummer because Disney was
Really
such
is.
a great part of my childhood. We went there a lot.
Oh yeah.
Living here, it's very accessible to me, and I no longer have at the time it was annual pass, but it's too crowded, and you can't move around. It's uncomfortable because the park is a lot smaller, obviously, than Florida, and without
Right.
any type of capacity limits. Why am I driving an hour and a half in traffic to go
Yeah.
wait in line under the hot sun?
Yeah.
I'll just go to the beach for free.
Right.
It's so great. You guys are bringing me such memories. When I worked at WAPE in Jacksonville, the Big Ape. You're listening to the Big Ape in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm 20 years old, something like that, and I'm doing nights down there and all the rest of it. I talked to the general manager, and I said, my family's coming down. My mother and my brothers and sisters are coming down for, so that had to have been over 50 years ago.
Well
Definitely
over.
well over 50 years ago. But anyway, so they're all coming down. Is there any way that I could get some tickets to Disney World? And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, I just like some tickets to get into Disney World. He goes, okay, well, I'll get back to you. I come in the next day. he had set up a 4-bedroom suite for my family to stay in with free tickets to everything. He gave me coupons for food. We didn't pay for anything
For an
that whole
overnight jock, that wouldn't happen.
trip. I wasn't
ever.
overnight. I was on 6 to 10.
Oh,
What do you mean overnight? What? They had good ratings, or, you
I
know.
don't
Well, that's
know,
when the.
but I'm just saying they wouldn't do that kind of stuff for.
Oh, not anymore.
Now,
No.
forget it. Forget
Never.
it.
Well, I'll add this and then I'll shut up about it. My brother Tony, who was at the time probably about 10 or 11, somewhere in there,
I was going to say, what about your brother Tony?
he did not sleep 1 minute. And I see him in the morning. I would go, hey, Tony, what are you doing? He goes, this place is like heaven. I can't sleep.
He didn't want to miss a minute.
He didn't want to miss 1 minute.
Little
Yeah.
kid. Like,
And
so
we were there for
excited.
3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was, the world's just not like that anymore, is it?
No, it's a lot different. You know, it's
Bad.
I know we're never going to go back to like what it was, and
God.
there's something, you know, when you look back at photos, just because I feel like I collected a lot of my family's archives, you know, after just everything that I went through the past couple of years. So I've been sorting through photos and everything. And you think, I'm like, that was such a simple Christmas. Or, you know, I'm seeing these memories
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah.
Or just a summer at the beach. The fact that my mom could let me go for 8 to 10 hours, like just check in on the beach for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just be
Yeah.
off riding my bike the whole day, and I would still manage to get myself to my diving lesson at 6 a.m. and my tennis lesson at noon, and still come and like meet my mom and then be home for dinner. Life isn't like that anymore.
No.
certainly
Well,
is
how old
not.
were you at the time?
10, 11.
Pretty young.
Yeah. Yeah, I had
So
I had a
couple
lot
years
of freedom. I mean, I was babysitting too at 12, like 3 kids. You know, my parents go out tonight for the night with my aunt and uncle, and I'd have 3 kids I'd be in charge of, and one of them at the time was probably, if I was, let's say 12, he would have been 4. I had a 4-year-old and then probably 2 6-year-olds.
And 4-year-olds are tough.
Busy. Yeah.
I have one.
Actually, I was gonna say it was the 2 6-year-olds. It was my brother and my cousin that probably were worse than the 4-year-olds, but
Oh, really?
they were mischievous together, and they would like gang up on the 4-year-old, and he'd be like, "Will you just play with me?"
Oh, yeah.
God, what a wonderful world. Thinking back, but, you know, I got to be honest with you. I've had a pretty good life. I keep thinking about stuff. You know, you just don't think about that stuff every day, but seriously, from the time I was about 16 years old, things have pretty much gone my way. I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well, I think people can't have the career that you had.
The family, you pill.
Oh.
No, but think about it, Tom. People can't have the career that you had in 2026 now.
Nope.
They can't have that ascension. They can't have that level of fame and money and listenership, all of that. It just doesn't exist in
It
2026.
doesn't
In many,
anymore.
many industries, it's like that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even look at my
Nowadays,
career. I can't advise someone that's coming out of college with a
Really?
journalism degree. No.
No, not a journalism degree.
Suppose
No.
not, yeah.
It's all.
I tell them to go and be a content creator. Create content, be an independent journalist. You'll make way more money than
Yep.
going the
Absolutely.
traditional route.
Yeah. Well, even, I mean, citizen journalists are doing a better job than traditional MSM.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is journalism just got too big and it became a business like everything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when you watch Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Don Lemon, they are all doing extremely well as independent journalists, even though they have the visibility, but they're out earning their salary as when they were at Fox and CNN,
Oh, are they?
NBC. It's kind of unbelievable.
And they were making plenty back then.
Yeah,
They
sure
were making plenty back then, but they are making a huge amount now. And to the fact that I just saw a social media post with Don, he's like, I'm taking on interns if you want college credit. I'm hiring people. Like he's actually now building his own network. And I've got to imagine that's the same situation happening with Tucker and Megyn as well.
Right. I haven't talked to Tucker Carlson in a long time. He used to have him on the show back in the KQ days. How is he? I mean, that was pretty rough what happened, wasn't it?
I mean, I think it's very interesting because I think that he has swung straight to the middle. If you start listening to some of his interviews and what's happening.
Let's get that done. Everybody
Yeah.
meet in the middle. What do you say?
Yeah.
Come on.
I think he sees the limitations of a MAGA administration right now and just feels
Well,
like we need to somehow
I can tell you,
collectively
I
come
go to
together.
TuckerCarlson.com, the top thing, the morning note. Gavin Newsom's former mistress admits to peeing in his bed.
Wow, that's fun.
Fascinating.
Gross.
They're going to start for Gavin. I don't know why Gavin wants to run for president. And I'm going to be super honest because his
Yeah.
'Cause
history,
he's got an ego the
Yeah.
size of
he's
California.
got
He's
the
a
ego.
narcissist, for
But
sure.
listen, the thing is, they're starting now and they're going to pick apart his affair, his cocaine, cheating on, taking away his best friend's wife, like all of that. She just did an article. The mistress just did an article for Vanity Fair. I'm like, why would you drag? Because he's still got young kids. Why would you drag your kids through this? I look at it that
Yeah.
way.
Because
Why would
He's
you
got
do
an
that?
ego the size of California.
Oh my God. I would just be thinking about my
Who's
kids
Tucker?
and just be like, let's just keep them out of this mess.
Oh, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
no
will tell you.
way.
I've met Tucker many, many times. We worked at the same place. I don't remember, back when I was on the radio, we worked for the same company or whatever. He's always been very, very nice and never shoved his politics down my throat or anything like that. I don't know. It's going to be pretty interesting to see where the world ends up,
I wanted to look in a crystal ball and hope that it goes this way instead of this
Well,
way. It's been tough.
I just think, I mean, you just, like us trying to get our cars shipped. Everything is somebody trying to get their fingers
Yep.
on any amount
Yep.
of money.
Middlemen everywhere.
Everybody wants
Yeah.
to be a middleman. And with the internet, we shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to
Right.
just have, resources where who are the car shippers? Because they have to pay those people something too. It just would be easier if somebody would set up some sort of an app or something, I mean, everything's going to catch up eventually. I think all
Yeah.
these middlemen are going to go away.
Circling back to our early conversation, it just makes me think like, why can't I just go and buy a car? Why do I need to go to a dealer and then they have all these
Yeah.
markups and they have all
Yep.
these people to pay? I get it that, this is the structure. But I think it was Saturn way back in the day that they were all company owned dealerships. So like
Oh,
the
yeah.
price was the price. Remember Saturn? Like
I do
they've been
remember
gone
that.
for a
What
long
happened to
time.
Saturn?
God,
Yep.
see that model didn't work, but I wonder if it would work better now. I think Tesla is also set up similarly.
Yeah,
am
I think
correct?
Tesla sells all their own cars. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
Um,
true.
I think you can order a Tesla and it will deliver itself to your driveway.
Yeah, it's worked very well for them, I can
Yeah.
tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, if I want to go buy a Lexus or a Toyota or a Honda or whatever, Acura, whatever it is, just this is the price. That's it.
Yeah,
I wonder how long are Teslas lasting? How many miles can you put on a Tesla?
it's a great question.
I bought one of the first ones, is all I know.
Well, I'm just
I
saying
forget
because I
that.
mean Teslas are not super expensive. Everyone thinks
No, they
they're
really
crazy
aren't.
expensive.
I mean,
but
they
there's
can be.
But
Yeah.
there are a lot of models that are very moderately priced.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem they have is the models are just letters, and that means nothing to me. What is a Model S? What is a Model 3?
Well,
Meaningless.
that's where you need a salesperson to tell you
Garbage.
all the differences.
All right, I'm going to leave you with this because I need you to. Well, you're not coming back on Friday, so you can do it next week.
But I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to an
Yep.
80s party on Saturday too, so I hope I have good stories.
See, we
You'll be
started
good
it.
to go, but think about this the whole weekend. And don't let it ruin your life. Are we ever going to get to a point where? Because I have friends that are extremely left. I have friends that are extremely right, and then going back toward one another. I have a lot of friends in that area. Why would I possibly care what their politics are? I like them as a person. If we don't agree on the politics, what do I care? Who cares? Where did it get to the point where you actually hate someone because of their political views? What is wrong with people?
You don't know. I'm just here for the entertainment report. And those nude pants, Tom. those flesh tone pants.
Oh, look at my leg. Look at that. All right, you pill. We'll talk to you.
See you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Oh, and if you guys are looking for something fun, Paris is always a good idea. Is a new Hallmark Plus series with Lacey Chabert. It's just fluffy and delightful. So
We do love
Excellent.
fluffy.
Well, have a wonderful 5 days, and we'll see you on Monday.
see you on Monday.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Kristyn Burtt, Entertainment Newsletter. I just love working with her. She's not on still, is she?
Nope.
Okay, I don't
All
want
gone.
to,
Don't let her know.
but I do. I just absolutely love working with that woman. I think she's the best I've ever heard.
She's great.
She certainly is. Ladies and gentlemen, this segment is brought to you by Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant Personal Injury Lawyers. Visit minnesotapersonalinjury.com to learn more. Alex is here.
Oh, look
He's
at that.
here.
She showed up.
Here, I will adjust the camera. Look at that.
Just the camera, get Alex all
Oh,
involved.
look at that.
That'll be good. No question about it.
And we also have a guest.
We have Fernando Alessandri with
Yes,
us.
we do.
Fernando,
hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Magnificent. Fernando Alessandri, our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. So where are you right now?
I'm in Ventura, California.
Okay, well, don't worry
Everybody
about
we're
our
talking to
feelings.
is in California.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Alessandri authored a parody of an iconic super spy at age 84. A super spy at 84. That's a good start.
There it is. Agent
Oh, there it is
Bigglesby,
right there.
not dead yet.
Agent.
Was this say
Agent Bigglesby, not dead
Agent
yet.
Biggle. Oh, there you
Not
go.
dead
Yeah.
yet.
Not dead
Oh, it makes
yet.
me think of that Michael Caine movie where he's like an incredible detective guy. I love that movie. But he's older. Anyway.
Well, they're going to end up making a movie out of Fernando's book anyway.
Of
so
course.
Clearly.
Hopefully.
that wouldn't be a bad thing. In any case, getting good reviews compared by readers to P.G. Wodehouse, Dave Barry, Carl Hassan, clinical psychologist with experience treating trauma, PTSD, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia. He never treated me. You're
I was
making
gonna
this
say,
all up.
he's got all that stuff.
Hey, I've got all of that stuff.
How much time do you have?
Yeah. Fernando, how much time do you have? Well, where did the idea come from, Fernando?
Full disclosure, do you hear the echo or is that just me?
I don't hear an echo.
No, we don't
You've
hear an
got-
echo.
Does the audience hear
Okay.
an echo? They'll let us know in 3 to 5 business
Okay,
days.
cool. Yeah. So, a full disclosure, it actually started as a friend's project that he was trying to circulate 25 years ago. We were both trying to be in the movie industry. As an assistant, but producer, he was ended up with an agent. We both failed around 2008, 2009. And so almost 20 years later, I'm asking, are you doing anything with that? And he said, no, you can have it. It needed a total rewrite, though. And it had a different name that I wanted to stay away from because a certain company with spies sues a lot.
Oh, don't want that. No, thank you.
Okay.
You can't have a tuxedo. You can't have a guy in a tuxedo. You can't have a martini. There's all sorts of things you get warned about. So
Yeah.
I just took it over. I rewrote the script like I did. I took it back to the studs and made it using my, because by then I had transitioned to becoming a psychologist, 15 years experience in psychology and prison, all these different environments. So I totally rewrote the script. And then I was like, even if they buy this thing, I'm not going to recognize the final product. They're going to
Right.
change everything. They're going to change the parts I care most about. So I was like, let me preserve it as a book. And then that was like a newfound passion. Like it was so fun. Like my budget of time was all wrong. I thought, oh, this will be 3 months. So 3 years later, it's a book. And it also, the premise I always thought it was hilarious. The movies don't deal with what happens to these characters when they're older and hitting their 80s, and with all the womanizing and stuff. Again, Hollywood's not going to touch, but like, doesn't the guy probably have a few kids out there?
Yeah.
And
I love the fact
like,
that, so how did they come to you? How did they approach you with this idea?
No, it was just a friend. That one, he was kind of my mentee. He was at UCLA when I was finishing USC. I was getting a master's in
okay.
film. He was kind of my protege, and then he ended up, we both had assistant level jobs. And I just loved his script, but we couldn't move it anywhere. They would say, oh, we have a gay version of this. We have a this of that. We have a this. It was just like saturated. And the same thing happened when I tried to write I had a superhero. I had a very sensitive superhero called Super Person because he didn't want to offend anyone.
I like
No,
that.
can't do that.
And they told, oh, no, Will Smith is going to do Hancock. Like, everything. Like, I think I tend to have a commercial pulse. I also had a slavery script. And then they're like, oh, but Spielberg has Amistad. It's like, well, make mine over Spielberg's, of course.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
So I had to go into psychology. Like 2008, I was like, you know what? The economy crashed, and I wasn't making a dent on film school debt. So I was like, let me go do a job where they respect my brain a little more, because, you know, the devil wears Prada business. It's not a happy industry. So it was a great transition. But then life moved me back to LA, and that's in 23 was when I was like, hey, did you ever do anything with this project? And he was like, no, you can have it if you want. I was like, yeah. It felt like the low-hanging fruit of something to turn into something before starting a whole new original work.
So how does it develop? So you took it over, and then how long did you work with it before you put it out?
2 years. So a script 1 year, and then the conversion to a book was 2 years.
Okay.
And if you have aspiring author guests, I don't mind being totally transparent. That's why I even used a pseudonym, because I don't want full credit. I want, like, my friend doesn't want to be known. So that's one reason for a pseudonym. I was afraid in psychology, people in my field don't have a sense of humor. So they're going to be like, oh my gosh. This guy says inappropriate things. He must be banned. Like, I'm ready for that. But now I'm caring less. But I even tried ghostwriters. At first, I was like, I can't write a book. I've never written a book. I have ADHD. Like, I can't. I was a good copywriter, like one sentence to try to capture stuff. I'm good with short form. My short films were pretty good. Not to, overdo that. But they were in a festival recently, and I got laughs, so that was very encouraging. These are 25-year-old films. Somehow they didn't have like the rules omitted to say this had to be a recent film. So I revived these old things, and it was so great to hear audiences laugh. Like, just, it's fun. I have a very quirky sense of humor, so when they get it, it's very fun. Like, I had a stalker coming out. This is before I became a psychologist, but I have a guy saying, oh, I'm actually a stalker, to the woman he's been stalking. And he's like, it feels so good to say that. My therapist has been saying I really ought
Be myself again.
I got to say something. Just after the first, 10 minutes, I got to see, can you come back once in a while, whether you have a book or not? I just love your take on life.
I would love to. This is a riot.
It is a riot.
And that's why I don't mind. So my next stage, I hired ghostwriters because they kept calling, and they kept lowering the price. And at some point it was $600.
Wow.
And I'm like, really? I was like, okay. And my brain was saying they're going to use AI. It's going to be terrible. But
Yep.
And it was horrible. They couldn't even just take the script and like, here, format this. I don't even want to learn how to format Word. Like, just you do it. And they couldn't do that. But because of all the delays, my confidence was just building. Like, oh, I can do better than that. Oh, I can do better than that. And so they didn't know they were helping me. Like, I realized, okay, I'm going to use them like as a secretary. I'm going to have somebody every Wednesday is going to bother me about more pages. I'm like, that's useful. So like I tried to spin it so it wouldn't be a total waste of money. I tried to like, what can I still, milk from this? And they didn't know that the more they delayed me, the more I was learning. Because they also hooked me for some marketing money, and they were doing a website. And that's what I really regret. I spent too much money with those people, but they don't know. They were like buying me time to realize what are some good questions. I don't know, like it did help a little with some thinking of the marketing, and then I forget. I just remember it kind of flipping in my mind, like, okay, I am getting some value out of this. And they're I know what it was. They wanted to charge me. There was like a conference coming up a certain November. I don't know if it was last year or the one before. And I was like, oh, that would be great if I could bring this book to that conference. And they were like, oh, that would be like a rush charge. And I was like, never mind.
How big is the charge?
It wasn't that much, but it was their loss because they just fed the thing where now I was going to slow it down and have those extra months to keep learning what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Like they don't know that their charges were making me a worse customer for future. If they kept me ignorant, you know what I mean? Like just, no, we'll do it for you now. It'll be done tomorrow. Then I just keep paying because I'm like, okay, they're solving my problems. But if they're like, no, that's a rush charge. And I'm like, nah, I got to show some responsibility. It's a hobby, right? Until proven otherwise. I can't just be spending a lot of money on it. So I don't know. It worked. It ended up like it cured all those fears of how to format things, how to even do a book cover. And now the book cover, I'm so indecisive. But again, I want to be a witness for this. I've learned in mental health that if I'm dealing with it, thousands of people are dealing with it. So you might as well just share it and put it out there. And I was very indecisive, and I came up, they were doing a cover, and it was cartoony and AI, and at some point it was like, no, we're not going to go that route. I ended up doing a very 1960s cover, very, like, just yellow. I don't have that one laying around. And my sister fixed that one up, but a friend kept pushing me to do this one, and I didn't want to say no to either one. I'm kind of codependent. I didn't want to, like... So I'm like, let the market decide. Like, what do we know? So many people, you know, they interview Spielberg and Jobs, and they always think they're going to get answers from those people. They don't know why they're successful. They just wake up and they're good at it. And when they try to explain it, it's total nonsense. It really is. It's like, well, I get up at 4 and I do it this way. Like, whatever. Like, that doesn't apply to most. It doesn't apply to most of us.
I have to ask you a question. When you were growing up, do you have brothers and sisters?
Oh, yeah. Like 8 of them.
8 of them, okay.
Like 8.
Like 8.
Big family, okay.
Nice Catholic
I'm number
boy.
7 of 9. My parents are from Chile, South America.
Wow.
Oh, there you go, okay. So your family must have a really honest and good take on life, I would think.
It's very perceptive. I would say that's accurate.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. But just by the way you act, because I grew up with 7 kids, and my mother was running the show. I just like your take on life. You don't. It's like, yes, I do take this seriously, but I'm not going to take it to a point where I drive myself crazy. I think that's very smart.
I mean, I do, but I
Well, it's
I
interesting
try
because it's interesting because I mean, birth order I think is real, especially in large families. I think it's real, and the fact that you're the youngest, one of the youngest out of your large family, you're like, I'm into.
I am the youngest boy,
You're
and
the
that
youngest
that had some significance.
Yep.
For sure.
And because I got to be a baby for 4 years. All right, so I've tried some stand. I'm not great at it, but people love this when I say, "Oh, my mother had 7 kids in 8 years." So the first 8 years of marriage, 7 kids. So I call it the conveyor belt, like.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so.
Wow.
I think there were resentments because every kid would get replaced. They only got to be a baby for like less than a year, and then it's like now you got to row the boat. And I got 4 years. So I think that just built a lot of resentment, and then I had problems. So the weakling gets more maternal attention. So it was awful when I had lactose intolerance, and now I need a special dessert. I'm like, no, I don't want to be singled out for anything. I'm already getting too much attention. Like, no.
Who did the great job with you? Your mother, father, both?
Who did a great job?
Yeah, somebody did a great job raising her children.
No, I think my mother, look, that idea, my mother had, even though she was an anxious person in certain ways, like the car, like 20 times, okay, remember we're parking here, you know, and she'd have to really map out where the car is so she can find it after Macy's. Like she was very anxious about little stuff like that. But then, oh, another kid? Yeah, okay, sit over there. Like, just the flexibility with life. And obviously it might come through, we're believers, Catholic, you know, upbringing from Chile, South America. And so just that ability to just roll like, well, I don't know, there must be, you're not my kid, you're God's kid. So now the second one died. So there was tragedy.
Oh, that's not good.
So at 8 years old, I was only 2. But at 8 years old, Raphael, so we had this awesome basement. They started in the Bronx. Oh my gosh. I learned this stuff later in life. There were like 3 adults because they brought a nanny finally. My mother was working. They realized it's cheaper to pay a nanny than for her to quit and stay home.
Right.
But by then they had like 6 kids in a 2-bedroom in the Bronx
Oh,
and 3 adults. It
Ooh.
was crazy. And then they bought this house in Rockaway, and it was a two family, all for us. So that was spacious. But we had this basement unfinished where we would roller skate, and we had these pipes that were like monkey bars. And unfortunately, he combined what we would do with the pipes with roller skates. So
Uh-oh.
he fell on his head.
oh,
It was, and then we didn't. Nobody even knows the full story. Like, I don't know. I think one brother witnessed. I think everybody underestimated it. And again, my parents were doctors, and they were like, if I told my mother it hurts when I go like this, you can guess what she would say. Like, well, then don't go like that.
Then
Like,
go
why would
like
you-
that.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
So they didn't rush home every time something happened. They were like, ah. But this one got them. Like, at night, someone woke them up and say, Raphael's not, there's something wrong with his breathing. And it was very tragic because at that point, they kind of checked out from being those kind of parents that get down and play with you. I never
Yeah.
experienced that. I have an
Right.
older sister that tells me, oh, yeah, Pop used to build trains with us and do all these. I'm like, who? What? Like, I never saw that guy. I saw the guy that just came home and read the paper. And I don't know.
yeah.
You know what's so
Yeah.
great about this
Different
for me
world.
is, and I'm serious, I am really enjoying this conversation because I grew up 7 kids, Catholic
Where?
family, the whole deal, in Minneapolis,
Okay.
Minnesota. But you were just talking about, having these conversations, all the rest of it, and I tell a story once in a while, and I guess I just told it last week, but it's a good one for you to hear. I get a call from my sister, my oldest sister, many, many years ago, saying, you have to go to the hospital, Mom is dying. And I said, what? I said, you have to go to the hospital, our mother's dying. So I walk in the room, and I hold her hand, and I say, Mom, don't worry about this. You'll get through this. You're a very, very tough woman. And she was a very tough woman because my dad was long gone. But I will never forget this. I'm holding her hand. I'm trying to be as sweet as I possibly can be.
Well, and you told her that she was going to be with Mary,
Yeah,
the
so
Virgin Mary,
Vir-
because she loves.
She loved the Virgin Mary,
Virgin
so you'll be
Mary.
with the Virgin Mary, Mom. So, I mean, but you'll hang in there. You're going to live a lot longer than this. Don't even worry about it. There's a pause. She looks up at me and goes, yeah, right.
That's great.
She was another one that was filled with anxiety.
Oh,
my
God,
gosh,
yes.
very.
Oh, God.
I think
Human
what'd she
alive.
smoke? About 400 cigarettes a day?
She smoked about 400 cigarettes a day.
Anytime she
Yes,
was sitting.
did.
Yep.
Just
Did
sitting there.
this.
Oh, yeah,
rubbing-
she'd rub her legs.
Smoke.
Yep.
Smoke.
Yeah.
First time I met her, I was like, what's happening here?
No, it feels like,
hilarious.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm like, okay.
feels like she should have been going for the downers rather than
Yeah,
stimulants.
yeah.
but,
Probably.
Yeah, she needed.
That girl needs some Valium.
Fernando, do you think that's a Catholic thing? Because my family was very, very Catholic. I mean, you're Catholic, and that's more important than anything else about you. That's how my family was. It really was.
We grew up with that kind of, I don't know, my father really looked down at people. He was very arrogant. But
Hey.
I think it created a kind of protective factor. Because you hear about all these other people and they're
Yeah.
immigrants, and so they're living like this and they're afraid. And we were like, look at these idiots. Like, what are these idiots doing? There wasn't the kind of, I don't know. And I don't know if some of that came from the Catholicism or a certain confidence. I think it was just that death isn't the end. So, I don't
Right.
know. Like Groundhog Day, right? It doesn't work. Suicide isn't enough. Like, there's going to be something else. So,
Right, absolutely.
like, that may not be the best.
Can you stay with us for about another
Yeah,
10
I'm good.
minutes? I guess
I'm
got to
good.
take a break.
But
Be
one
right-
of your viewers mentioned, or somebody texted here about, oh, you guys had a nanny. I kind of wanted to address, I can't normally read and talk at the same time, but
Okay.
I think it's interesting that, coming from South America, it's more common, but also a nanny is more like an aunt.
Yeah. Yep.
Like they live with you. They get the room. But my nanny has a house in Brooklyn that's probably worth, 1.2 right now.
Right.
So
Right.
there is, I don't know, there's a whole mystery to the economics. Somehow my father multiplied money like the bread. Not that we lived rich. We grew up with the rags. You know, they were just like 9
Right.
kids, college. Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
thought he had to pay it all. And he did, because once we said they're physicians, they don't give you scholarship. You know, you're toast. But they weren't the kind that go open an anesthesia lab that make $500,000. They're just state employees at the Brooklyn Hospital and the Coney Island Hospital. Like, they weren't raking in. They lost their ambition. Like, they were just putting in the time, but savvy with money in terms of, no, but he was so generous. So it's funny because sometimes I see it where I do something good and money comes back. Like, how did that come back already? So that's also taught me something about life, and not to, the more you grab, the harder it is to get your hand out of the cookie jar.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Yeah, it's great. You can stay for one more segment, about 15 minutes. You can do that?
I'm good.
All right, excellent. I just want to make sure. I didn't want to burn up all
I
your
didn't know
time.
how long it was going to be, so yeah.
All right. Well, you can stay for the rest of the time as far as I'm concerned. We have a lot in common. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, one of our regulars is going to be a no-show tomorrow, so if you can stay on for another 23 hours, that'd be a big help.
No, you got to come back more often, because I think people love this kind of conversation because it's real life.
I have so much to say.
I can tell that.
About any
It is
given subject.
It is unplanned, but I was in a kind of cult for 22 years, and when I got out of that, I ended up in a non-marriage, and the church annulled that, but I didn't ask for 8 years. So now I follow this kid around, and that zigzag has made me also try different therapy environments. So I've done VAs, I've done prisons, I've done a forensic hospital, where you take the insanity plea. Like, I'm just collecting all this crazy life experience. I need to write another book. But
Like I said, you're always welcome to come back, so we can burn through all of it. There's no question about that.
While he's reading the ad, if the echo is too distracting, if you leave and come back, this happened to us on Monday for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Leaving and coming back seems to fix it. It seems to be something on StreamYard's end. So
is that a trick where I can't get back in then?
yes, leave,
just leave.
and then
Leave.
I will change the URL. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Wonderful.
All right.
We'll be right
All
back.
I'll be back.
North American Banking Company is locally owned and operated by people that live and work in the Twin Cities. That means faster loan decisions for businesses that are looking to grow. Go to nabanco.com/Tom to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Being bitten by a dog, being in a car accident, wrongful death suits. These are just some of the unfortunate things you may experience that require legal assistance. Let Bradshaw and Bryant personal injury lawyers help make the unpleasant a little more pleasant by representing you. Just visit minnesotapersonalinjury.com or call 320-259-5414 to reach out and start putting the past behind you. Oh, we're back already. Did you come back already?
I'm here.
He's there.
Are you still echoing?
You can hear me? No, it actually got better. That was the perfect
Oh,
cure.
good.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what the heck's going on with StreamYard now.
Did you at certain times in your life have, I'm asking this from a personal viewpoint, as a matter of fact, do you have trouble connecting with people sometimes because you see life one way and they just don't understand how you see life?
I mean, I don't push, like in therapy, I'm just all ears and I'm just trying to figure them out, help them figure themselves out. I'm not trying to, but regular peers, I mean, there are times where, we're just on such different levels. I think I've been a late discoverer of that you're not going to like everybody and not everybody's going to like you.
Well,
I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer in terms of like, okay, whatever, just move along kind of attitude.
okay. I just like your approach at life. I mean, Catherine and I have been together about 50 years now. What?
50?
Me, I'm Catherine.
That's Catherine, my wife.
Hi.
Yes, we're all
We're their
we're all
children.
related. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Actually, this show has three generations of the family on it. It's Catherine and me, and then our two children, and then their children. They don't come on camera, but they can come in the room.
did you not bring the kids today?
Nope.
Oh, all right then.
No kids today.
No
She
children.
did not. There'll be no more of that. But
No more children.
No more
There'll be
of that.
no more of those children.
yeah, no more of
You'll
those
never
children.
see them again. I
But
won't tell you why.
Is family very, very important to you?
Family. Sorry, it's still weird a little. Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
I was saying I was in this kind of cult thing, and it's a little bit pressure. I don't fault them because I was one of them, and then I pressured other people. So it's like these things just dominoes. But so they pressured me at age 15 that, oh, we think God's calling you to the celibate vocation, and you don't get married and you help row this boat. And like, well, I think you got the wrong guy.
I can see
But
that.
after a while, you cave. You're like, what if I'm saying no to God? Oh no, I don't. So I ended up saying yes, and it took me 22 years to unwind that and be like, they shouldn't have done that to that kid. Like, because at first you can't look back. They're like, once you put the
Right.
hand to the plow, you don't look back. You turn to salt. So you try to keep moving forward, and you do stay super busy because you still do your education. It's not like the priesthood where that's your job. You still have to have a day job and all that.
Right.
Stuff. But yeah, at some point I ended up, it was kind of funny, culturally not appropriate, but I ended up working with the main culture these people were from, and that opened my eyes. They may or may not have won the World Cup, but it was a certain like tendency to double speak and say, well, you're free, but a good person would do this. There was a lot of that.
Wow.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
that language. And in 2008 and 2007 and 8, I worked for people from Spain, and I started like noticing that, like, Anyway, and by then I had matured more, and I was like, this is crazy. I see what happened here. Nobody did this on purpose, but nobody stopped it either. I felt very betrayed by my parents, by the way, throughout those early 30s. I was like,
Really?
why did you let them take me? Like, you didn't, all they asked, I said, by the way, I joined that thing the other day, and they're like, oh, okay, we thought you would. And that was
Sounds
it.
like you.
That was it. It wasn't like, are you sure? Like, did they pressure, is this really, not zero. But because they were both in it. Most of the members are married and in the world, but they have some celibate members that are kind of, run the centers and become priests when priests are needed. And it's not a big secret. It's Opus Dei. You've probably heard of it through Dan Brown and the Da Vinci Code. And
Right.
I was
Right.
Yeah, right.
And I only assassinated like 3 people, so that movie
Well,
totally,
that's good.
Okay, only 3.
totally exaggerates. No. When I had the assistant job, that book came out, and I worked for a guy, Stan Brooks. He had 3 gay producers, and they called him King of Queens
Oh,
because he had these
God.
3 guys selling TV movies under his umbrella. And one of them comes back from lunch one day, and he says, hey, Fernando, that thing you're in, it isn't Opus Dei, is it? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you guys don't look good at all. But I know you don't go. So it was just like funny. Like, yeah, it's obviously a dumb fiction book. Like the guy, I don't know. The world, if you don't laugh at the world, I don't know, you're going to cry a lot.
Yes.
Well,
agree
I
with
think
that.
that's very true. When did you learn that, by the way?
About crying and laughing?
Yeah.
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. I know it was either Tuesday or Monday. That's what I was thinking.
Finally.
No, but I mean, did it just occur to you one day, or is it something you've been thinking about for a long time?
Okay, going back to family, I think my survival mechanism was humor because
Yep.
I've always been a wise
Very
guy.
good.
And so I think that became my way of getting attention, but it was risky. I would make my mother laugh, but then I'd get punches by siblings. In fact, one brother told me, hide your buck teeth. If I see your buck teeth again, I'm going to hit you. And I thought that was fun. And I thought that was funny, and I laughed.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So he hit me. But,
So he did
but
hit
so,
you.
Oh, dear.
oh yeah. But humor has been a thing for me. I was just so scared and shy, though. I grew up very shy. I was, in high school in Queens, I just kept my head down with a hoodie. And I finally tried stand up in 2019 in San Diego because I had all these jokes. I always have stuff in notebooks. In fact, the
Right.
Bigsby book is basically pulling jokes out of the notebook, like not on purpose, but I always write them. And then I was like, oh, that one would fit here. Like bring out the constipation jokes or, like whatever fits those characters. But so humor and laughing at life. I'm actually trying to write an article for a psychology magazine right now about that. I'm trying to spread my book. So they were like, we're not going to write about your book, but maybe about humor in therapy. And I was like, that's good. I'm
And by the
going to
way,
work on that. And by the way, yeah. Or at the bottom, and this guy wrote a book. Who knows?
Yeah.
But there's a lot to it, right? Laughter is the best medicine. That goes back thousands of years. And now we have, so I'm in my article, I'm putting together that I think it's because all this stuff we learned about diaphragmatic breathing and deep breathing and then there's all this research now on the gut. And I'm upset that there's so many medications that give people constipation. I'm like, you ever think that might be worse than whatever you're treating? But so I think there is a lot going on with the gut health. If we get people laughing, then you even get tears. Then you get it's healthy. And laughter the evidence is there that it helps the immune system. It improves cardio. It improves respiratory. There are a bunch more things that I'm pulling from articles. So interesting stuff.
It is interesting stuff. Well, I hope you stay after it because I think you're on the right path. I really do. It's just a nice situation sitting here talking to you and listening to you talk because you're very serious about life. You've been focused on it, but you're serious in a way that's interesting and funny.
That is a survival thing because I have a 12-year-old son from that non-marriage. I'm happily married now, great woman, amazing tolerance for how much I need to be in my son's life.
There she is right there in my life.
Yeah.
Amazing
So exactly.
I do.
You know.
But I'm I'm dedicated to this kid. I feel like I've made certain mistakes in life and it's like, that's it. I've used up my card. I don't get more mistakes.
Right.
So this kid is my focus. That is the one thing I really want to get right. Not like as a helicopter, not make his life hell.
Right.
But just really be there in a very 50-50. Like this is the farthest I've lived from him and it's a half hour between Ventura and Ojai.
Right.
Other times I've been 5 minutes, real close. Because I have him 3 nights a week. I forget how we got on that topic. But yes, family it is very important.
Well, I remember a story. So Alex went off to college.
That's
me.
Alex right there.
That's Alex. And she, this is my dad, also her dad. So
Right.
Dad had a dream that night. And Alex, in the dream, was a little girl, and he went up to her and said, I have to go now, Dad, because she was going off to college. Mm-hmm. Now, she was going to college 20 minutes away.
Yes.
From where we lived.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So it's not like she was going to a different country or even a different state. It was, I'm going to be moving down the block. And that was enough to kind of set him off.
Yeah.
And we've always lived very, very close to one another. I think the farthest
That's
we've
awesome.
ever lived away from each other was maybe an hour, tops. When we were in St.
That's
Paul, they were in
hilarious.
Gold Valley. That's not even an hour, is it?
No,
that was
20 minutes.
right by my college campus.
Well, these days it's
Yeah.
probably an hour, though. Shut down every road in the state.
There is that.
And that's funny. I was going to say that was more for him, right? It wasn't for you, Alex.
Right.
That was more like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm just going to be down the street. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
no
you
question.
worry.
I know. Yeah, when you actually started college, he comes up the stairs crying away, our baby's gone. I'm like, she's 20 minutes away.
Yep.
You
Well,
can go to lunch
one city
with her.
over.
You
Yeah.
go to breakfast. She can come home for dinner.
Yeah.
Both of the kids, when they did move out, I did not take it too well.
No.
Because, I knew living with us, they were safe and have a wonderful mother taking care of them, all the rest of it. Now you want to wander off where I don't think you'll be that safe.
The mean streets.
The mean streets of St. Paul, Minnesota.
St. Paul. But I did talk to several friends of mine who are very, very tough guys. They just drive around the neighborhood once in a while. Think they're sure everything's all right. You know, you guys never knew about that.
Well,
The militia? Was it
oh
around?
no, they
regulated
saw
militia?
the neighborhood cat walk on across our lawn.
Nobody knew you were obsessive compulsive. What?
Well,
Look,
yes.
I love my children. I have to apologize for loving my children.
Well, you're also the same person that when your mother died. How old were you when your mother died?
I think I was about 45. Is that about right?
Sounds about right.
Something
well,
like
no,
that.
it was probably more like 55.
Yeah.
20 years
55.
ago? Yeah, it was 20 years ago. So,
Oh,
yeah.
so yeah, 55. What
Probably.
about it?
And I come into the house and he's crying in a chair. And I'm like, what's going on, Dad? This is a few weeks after she passed away. He goes, I'm an orphan. I was like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what I-
You have to
well,
be a minor to be an orphan for a while. But
you're 50. So,
Well, I know we got to go here in a couple minutes, but I should mention that my father was severely mentally. He was a brilliant man.
he had schizophrenia
yeah, or
I mean-
we think.
Yeah, well, he definitely had schizophrenia.
or Mad Hatter's disease.
Yeah, he had something. He could have been anything back then.
He was a brilliant man. I mean, really, really smart. But he was crazy. I mean, and it got worse and worse and worse. And watching, I mean, he would do things like, he took it upon himself one time because we couldn't afford a boat. I was at 7 at the time.
I mean, I can't afford a boat.
Yeah, really. Who can afford a boat?
But he built
Little
one
one.
by himself out of wood.
Huh.
I mean, I'm like, that's,
Was that 30 cubits in length?
it might have been 30 cubits. But do you think are they pointing out a little dent in the armor? I absolutely love my family. I love everybody in my family. And if something, they're going to go away for a while, or one thing I would say, it was very well known around the neighborhood, don't ever do anything negative to my family. They understood that very, very clearly. Because I would literally I wouldn't be tearing up then, I would just go off the deep end.
He grew up in the Bronx. He knows all of
Yeah,
it.
he knows all about that. Is family that important to you, Fernando?
Yeah, I mean, I hope not to go to prison.
That's a good
Yeah.
hope to have.
I think that'd be good if you didn't go to prison. We have to
I
have
have
you
shocked
on.
myself with how angry I can get.
Yeah,
the first
oh,
time
yeah,
I got
I gotta-
skipped on a writing job, I was very upset. But
Yeah, I've got a 4-year-old, so I also surprise myself with how angry I can get.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you need a cool down period and some lines like, how important is it? Go to your support group and breathe it out.
There's no question about it. No doubt. All right.
But what were
need
you
to
saying
come
about the
back soon.
chink in the armor? Or we got to go?
No, you don't have to go. That's fine. I
Our
still
next
want to
guest
look
hasn't
it up.
arrived yet, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. But he come in.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes.
That's fine.
well, never mind then.
So, closing words. How about that? And you can go
Read
along
my
as well.
book, of course. Of course, it's read the book.
Reading your book.
It's read Agent Bigglesby before it becomes a movie. It's meant to be a book you could read in order or just pick up randomly, and you'll probably get some little laugh out of it. I have
I will definitely-
so everyone looks like they're 14 in the book except the older people. So the psychiatrist, everybody looks like a tween, and they all speak
too.
nonsense. And they all speak nonsense.
And the book is available everywhere.
It's Amazon, yeah. The website is jamesprochester.com. That might be a bit of a tongue twister. My name, like I use fernfactor.com as an easier thing to remember, fernfactor.com. People want to check that stuff out. I make ridiculous t-shirts nobody wants to buy. I make
I
a lot of
understand that.
self-deprecating humor. Like one of them says, I don't have it. It says, "I love exercising. My right to a hideous corpus."
Hideous, not
Hideous corpus.
Oh, dear.
I figured people would buy it for their lawyer friends, but they're like, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
I know the term, but I don't know what it means, actually.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. There's a habeas corpus. You got to have a
Yeah.
body.
Whatever
But
it
I
is.
just think it sounds like hideous corpus. So I don't like the gym. So
It
I
works out.
exercise my right to a hideous corpus.
All right, we'll come back soon, Pally, because like I said, you and I are pretty much on the same wavelength, I think.
Thank you so much. Just email, tell me how to do it. I don't know where to go from there. Let me know.
Well, we will reach out to you, I promise.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good rest
Thank
of your
you.
day. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this segment is brought to you by Mike Bilski and North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com/Tom. Today, that's when you got to do it. What's happening?
I don't know.
What's that on your hat?
Hawaii.
Oh, it's Hawaii.
Yeah,
Why do you get Hawaii?
because I plan to go there again in February. So
How often do you go?
once a year.
Do you really?
The last couple of years.
God, I love Hawaii.
Yeah, we do it
No.
the right way too.
Oh, do you? Like, what do you mean?
We fly in. We spend a couple nights in Oahu, board a cruise ship, the Pride of America.
Oh, yeah.
And we use it as a hotel all week long because it only sails at night.
I'm dancing. I'm rocking out, man.
So
Mike DeRosier, our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. So, where are you? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Alaska a week from Saturday.
But it means people could come and see you.
Oh. I don't know if they really want to come and see me. They can find me on the internet at heartofthenorthtours.com. They can call at 1-833
Exactly.
424-2700. I will be at some shows. I believe I'm going to do it's some kind of Our Life in Apple Valley in September, and a different senior tour or show that will be in Chaska in September.
You know, one thing I got to bring up to you, and it's just, because Mom's not
Yeah,
here.
I'm
He's
gonna
all
go
whipped
take him
up.
out.
She
I'll be
was
back.
gonna freak
Yeah,
out
he's
for a
going to
while.
freak out, and she's not going to open the door, so you may as well open the door. Anyway, I was just thinking, because I heard you were going to be on this week, and I was thinking back in the day, and you might even remember this, I used to go on tours with our listeners a lot. Like we'd go to South Florida, or we go this place, that place, whatever. Does that even happen anymore?
I'd like it to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe, it doesn't have to be right away or whatever. You can set it up whenever. But I think if we did, how long are the tours?
Depends on where we're going.
Well, I suppose that's true. Yes.
Well, so the next one's coming
tour
up.
Stillwater. We can do it this afternoon.
Yeah, that's true. Going to Stillwater, I could, see my old friends from high school up at the prison. So
Well,
that'd be good.
Because Alaska's coming up, and then you're going to the Rockies right after that.
Actually, the Rockies we had to pull back because one of my girls, I use that term loosely, but she forgot to quantify numbers along the way.
Oh,
And they
okay.
went and slipped it out from under me.
Oh,
So we are going to do it next year in August, but it will actually be the new and improved version because we're going to spend a little more time in Vancouver and go out to Vancouver Island and do
God,
some of the
beautiful.
really cool stuff.
So how long are your tours?
They range from about 5 days to 14. I may have an 18-day in 28 because we're going to go to Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? Because
can I say?
the great thing about it is because of, podcasting, it's not radio anymore, it's podcasting. So you can go wherever you want. You can upload everything wherever you are in the world and all the rest of it. So we should set up a tour. That'd be great.
Well, I'd be happy to do that.
I would love to do that.
As long as we find one that works time-wise and...
Well, yeah.
You know.
I mean, I just leave that up to you. It's got to work for you, because I was thinking about that when Andy told me you were going to be on. I was like, we used to go on those tours with people, and in general, I think it was one time a guy got drunk and was kind of a jerk, but other than that,
I know that guy.
yeah, maybe you do.
I'm guessing there's at least one for every tour.
In general, do a lot of people go on tours? I mean, not a lot of people probably have a week or two, well, they probably have a week, but not 2 weeks to be on vacation.
Most of my people happen to be seniors, and
Yeah.
most of them really don't have a time schedule,
Oh, that's
except
good.
for bocce ball or
Yep.
pickleball,
Pickleball. Yep.
or and those kind of screw schedules around a bit.
Yeah. Is Mom not coming back, or?
I don't have a mic for her, I don't think.
Yeah, we do. We got 2 more
We
mics.
got 2 more mics. Fill it
I'll
in
get a
here.
mic. I can produce mics from anywhere.
Andy,
All
what do you
right.
think about that? Don't you think going on a tour for a week or 2 and doing some shows? Like I said, you really don't need that much equipment, do you?
Yeah, we would need some equipment, but it's not undoable. What's undoable is getting the 1-year-old and the 4-year-old.
Well, aren't you popular over
cooperate on a
there?
cruise?
You know what? There's 2 phone numbers on mine, and I silenced one, but not the other.
That'll happen.
And I'm looking to find out where I can
not
turn
coming?
it off.
Oh, she is good.
I know what I'll do.
Because I want to hold off on
There
There.
you go.
this talk.
Okay, I'm done ringing. I turned it off.
I'm done ringing. All right, well, Mom comes in. We got this for her. And I'll hold off on the conversation until she gets here. But I used to have so much fun doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good for me because I'm face to face with the listeners and all the rest of it. I just think, is it a situation where people, because I mean, financially, it's not a really tight time in America right now, is it?
Not specifically,
Not specifically,
but part of it is they'll go on and they'll look at what's in their 401k, and it's down $500 from last week, and I better worry about that.
I know.
Yep.
Because that's 0.1% of my 401k.
Yeah.
I just had a lady that I hadn't spoken to in about 8 years called me, and she said, I inherited a whole bunch of money, and I've just been holding on to it, and I don't know what for. So she's going to Hawaii with us.
Oh, she
And-
is? When are you
yeah.
going to Hawaii?
February, I'm going to say it's the 2nd week of February, not the 1st week. It's 11 days. We we don't fly direct. We fly from here down to Dallas. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
we take the
yeah.
American Airlines 787 Dreamliner. It's a very smooth ride. Plus, it includes all the food and drink that you could possibly consume while you're on that flight.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can make the flight either feel like it just was short, or it can make it really, really long. Depends on what you drink or what you don't drink.
Yeah, we should think also about maybe doing a short trip, maybe, a week or less than a week. Bringing people down to the east coast of Florida, because most Minnesotans go to the other side of Florida.
Yes, they do.
Certainly do.
But seriously, we could, man, if we could do a week tour, there are so many great things to see on the east coast of Florida. It's unbelievable. I'm trying to talk him into doing a bunch of tours with us so we can have fun.
Nice.
We can have some.
We're gonna go to Japanese Disney.
What? Oh, Disney, Tokyo Disneyland,
Tokyo,
World, or
everybody-
whatever it is.
Everybody's saying that it's cheaper now to go to
Is that thing's
Tokyo
dead?
to see Disney.
Oh, I didn't try.
not
that
all-
Oh,
yet.
probably the admission ticket, but I don't know about the airline ticket.
Yeah.
The airline.
Yeah.
Something's got to be more.
Well, that's true.
You'd
The
think.
airline ticket would be very expensive.
Well, right now the yen
much
is
is it to
super
fly
duper
to
weak,
Tokyo?
so I have a feeling. Let's see, Tokyo Disney World tickets are, because normally the yen is worth about a cent, and I think right now it's like 0.7 cents or something like
Oh,
that.
is it
It's
really?
super duper
Let
low.
me see how
Prices
much
are
it
dynamic
costs.
based on
I
the
can
day.
move over
A
more.
one-day pass at Tokyo Disney World is currently.
Dude, what are you doing? Licking his leg?
Stop,
Sorry.
Jesus.
I smell like dogs.
No,
what
sure
can I
do.
say?
He's like, what kind of dog is this?
It's one of multiple golden retrievers.
Oh, something is wrong
And they're
with
all
his
females.
mic.
So
Oh, they're all
Everything is
females.
breaking all at once today.
Look at that. There's a
Flying
bunch
to
of dogs around here.
Flying to Tokyo is about $1,000, so really not that much more.
One-day
yeah.
pass to
True.
Tokyo Disney World is $65.
that is a lot cheaper, right?
Wow.
We've had this
Yeah.
habit of taking our granddaughters to Disneyland
Yeah.
when they turn 5, and
Oh, fun. That's such
yeah,
a great
but
age.
4 years ago we took our oldest granddaughter, and the tickets cost $635
For
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
people?
for
doubt it.
3 people
Oh.
for one day. We did both.
I know.
Yeah, we did Disneyland and the California thing because she really wanted to see that Cars thing.
Oh, right.
Oh,
And so they basically double strike you for tickets.
Yeah, we were just talking about maybe setting something up because every time you talk about traveling, how many years ago was that we went to Cuba on that boat trip?
6 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
6 years ago already.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sage was.
Is that even a safe place to go anymore? I heard their economy is just
You know,
terrible.
People have been flying in and out of there. I mean,
Yeah,
but the
they are,
economy's
but you know, they
terrible.
don't have any. I don't think they have gasoline,
No, they
and
don't.
they can't generate electricity because they don't have diesel or whatever they need.
well, they didn't have gasoline back when we went. Really, it's reserved for the tourist industry, the
And the diplomats.
politicians,
And the
politicians, and the
diplomats, yes.
military.
Exactly.
Everybody
Okay.
else, well, they couldn't afford a car in a million years anyway. There's
Right.
no parts.
Well,
Yeah, they don't have.
could be tough to get around without cars or parts.
Well,
So-
they've
Yeah.
got the cabs, they've got the taxis. Yeah.
God, it was so
But if we
amazing.
took a group, it wouldn't fit in a taxi. We'd
Yeah.
need a
No,
car.
they
No,
would
I mean,
not.
yeah, but they, like I said, they have everything for the tourists. So the buses and all that, everybody can get it. It just.
I will look into it next week.
Have
It's a very
you
interesting
ever been
country.
to Cuba?
I have not.
It is pretty interesting because you go through these neighborhoods and the buildings are all kind of like tipped over to the side and they're going to collapse any day now.
Sure.
And they just how that
You
is.
get a free house, Tom.
Yeah, you get a free house
get a free
falling
house.
on you.
Yeah.
And then the amazing thing is about 3 blocks later, there's this massive palace with the high fence around- and
The
guess who
Commandor.
lived there?
Yeah, yeah,
Fidel
Stop.
Castro. That's who
Oh.
lived there.
exactly.
And now it's his, what is it? Is his son or is it
It's
his
still a
grandson?
Castro.
Something Castro.
It's a Castro, but I don't know if it's his
Fernando,
son or his
maybe? I
grand.
don't remember.
I mean, the people in Cuba could not be nicer.
Okay.
The people themselves are really, really. You will eat a lot of chicken, though. I can guarantee you that. If you want meat, it's going to be chicken. That
Well,
just.
I'd swear that in Hawaii that would be the case because there's chickens everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't have any predators at all. There's no snakes.
Jude, you'd
There's-
hate
there's,
living there.
The only
All those
predators there are
chickens.
rats.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well,
They're
it's-
everywhere.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But some wise guy thought he'd get rid of the rats with mongoose, except the mongoose is a daytime animal, and rats are nocturnal.
yeah.
They're nocturnal.
So
Didn't pan out.
either
Whoopsie.
time of the day, one or the other is sleeping. So it didn't work out too well.
Yeah. I like Charlie says, how about a $150 a night room block at the Breakers for all of us in chat?
I don't think
Yeah,
that would ever
$150
happen.
at the Breakers.
I
Multiple-
could maybe,
Good
I
luck.
could maybe get you $1,000
Yeah.
a night at the.
Multiply that by 10,
Yeah,
it's
I was
more
like-
realistic.
Yeah, that'd be rather
1,500.
impressive.
I do have a question about that. So, someplace like the Breakers, super high-end hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you wanted to, you could maybe get a room for $1,500. You get these conventions in. What are they actually paying the Breakers for a room?
Yeah, do they get,
most
like, bulk?
likely?
Bulk
You know,
discount?
there is some kind of a bulk discount.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think to get something that's substantial, you'd have to pretty much say we're taking the whole hotel.
Oh,
Well, like,
that'd
and
be
that's
spendy.
exactly what happens. Like every year, there's a convention of pharmacists
Oh, yeah.
where it's the whole entire property is just nothing.
You mean
but-
those people that make more money than the doctors?
Yeah. Or one time there was window treatments, like 3-day blinds, and all those people.
Yeah.
They had a huge convention at the Breakers.
They must have put in their bid a long time in advance or
Yeah,
something.
probably.
I don't know. That's.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we do get discounts, but again, it's based on how many people there are, and I typically don't go over 50 because I want anytime you go, no matter what kind of a tour it is, at some point you ride on a bus.
Sure.
And the buses
Gotta get around.
typically will hold 56 max with a bathroom. So 50 is a reasonable number. And some people say, well, why don't you run a second bus? And my point is, if I put the best people on the first bus, what does the second bus get?
Yeah, well,
Is it second best or third?
Yeah.
I never want to find out. Because
I
I
understand
have a
that.
group going to Niagara Falls as soon as we get back from Alaska.
oh, that's great.
And I have a guide he's a guide. I've worked with him for 14 years. He knows absolutely everything about the area.
Yeah.
He's written books. They made a movie based upon his manuscript.
Really?
And I mean, he knows the facts, like, how many millions of gallons of water go over the falls every second.
No.
things like that. You know that I don't know.
When were we at Niagara Falls? That was a while.
That was a
ago.
while
I've never
ago.
been there with you.
Haven't you?
I thought
No.
we did. No, we did.
I
go
thought you
there.
went.
Nope.
Didn't you?
Are you
Nope.
sure?
Nope.
And it's
Nope.
better to see it from the
Nope.
Canadian side
Never
than
have.
the
Yeah.
American side.
Yeah.
All right,
could
I
see
looked it
that.
up. The Breakers, 1,500 was charitable. It's closer to 1,800
$1,800
per
a room.
day for one adult, one room.
In July, you could probably get in there for 700.
I did check March. Let's see.
Is that
True.
one of those
June,
times when the
July,
temperature's
Yeah.
like 100?
July,
and,
August, you can go.
Just a little
stay there.
humidity.
Okay.
You know?
And
Yeah.
to tell you the truth, it might be worth going just for even one day, just to see it. It's so beautiful.
Go
It
July
is beautiful.
13th next year. It'll be 790.
See,
Hey.
there you go.
You were not very
Yeah.
far off. And that's when they have the convention, isn't it?
Yep, that's a
Yep.
lot of conventions go through there in
Yeah,
the
they
summer.
do.
It looks
Yep.
like that's the cheapest it gets all year.
July.
790
All right.
mid-July.
I know.
Yeah, but if you
Well, at these weddings that they have, these
God, they're
elaborate weddings, I'm thinking,
Yep.
this has got to be crazy amounts of money. And people fly from overseas to have their wedding there.
Yep.
well, it's a nice place.
Did we ever stay at the Breakers ever as a hotel?
Oh yeah, back
we
in the
stayed
day.
a
Yeah.
few-
Long
we
time
stayed
ago,
a
I
few
feel like I
times,
remember.
back when it was only 300 a night.
Well, that was before
Last
we bought
year?
our house. Yeah. that might
We're
have
talking
been.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this
Yeah.
fascinates me. So where? Let's see if we bring everybody on the show, and of course the kids would come along, but they don't get charged extra for that. Where should we go?
Motel 6.
I'm not talking about a hotel.
We're not staying at Motel 6.
Yeah, we're not staying in a motel.
I mean, Alaska's definitely on my bucket list. I'd love to go to
Alaska, and you are going to Alaska already, are you?
I am going to
Yeah.
Alaska
And
this
when is
year.
Yep.
In like
Do you
August
go-
8th, we're leaving. We'll be back on the 19th.
Yeah.
Do you go to Alaska every year?
I had sort of slid it off for next year, but I could still fit in something if it was midsummer to late summer.
So where are all the places that you go? How, like,
Well, coming up, obviously Niagara and Toronto. Typically,
Toronto's
we'll
great,
do
too.
the Smoky Mountains and Nashville in October.
Well, that ought to be pretty. Yeah.
I go to Branson a lot in November.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it that way. I don't go. It isn't because I don't want to, but somebody has to stay back and make sure that the phone gets answered and
Right.
all
Dogs
that
get
kind
fed.
of stuff. We have plans to go to. It'll probably be in 27, New York City at Christmas,
Oh,
and it'll
that's
be a
spectacular.
first rate upscale. Won't be cheap, but it will be really, really nice.
Catherine and I used to live at 20th Street and 2nd Avenue back 40 years ago before I
Okay.
came back here. It is spectacular there at Christmas time.
It is, and there
No
are
doubt.
some. There are some of the neighborhoods that are just outside of Manhattan, where they have these enormous houses, and they must spend $50,000 on lights. Just,
Yeah.
you know,
More
Yeah, I
likely.
bet.
Yeah.
unreal.
Absolutely. So you're doing that this year,
27.
27?
We have plans to do Texas Riviera in January.
What is the
Texas,
I've never even heard of
Riviera.
Yeah, it's you run the coastline from Houston all the way down Corpus Christi, almost down to the tip, and then come back. Spend time in San Antonio.
We've been to Padre Island a million years ago, back when it was basically a sandbar and a few.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe one hotel and maybe 2 condominium. I guess it's just
Yeah, as you
packed
say,
now.
it does not look like that anymore.
Yeah.
No.
And I was like, this is just a sandbar.
Yeah. No, it's not anymore.
cool.
It's not that pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice down there. Then in February we are going to Hawaii.
No.
Barb and I are going with. It's just, you were talking about the chance to get to meet people. It works
Yeah,
for us.
yep.
Plus, it always gives me an opportunity to make sure that my partners that I have to hire in those areas do what they say they're
Sure.
doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Good idea.
But we are planning on doing New Orleans in March.
Ooh, I like New Orleans.
Southwest National Parks in April, which is
Oh, you're doing Bryce Canyon and all that?
Bryce Canyon,
I've
Grand
never been
Canyon.
there. been to Grand Canyon.
Arches,
I've been to
Canyonlands. It's a very nice tour.
I bet that's
It's
great.
active though. I mean, we change hotels almost every night.
Really?
Yeah, because
you're
you-
moving
Oh, those
on,
parks
huh?
are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce is pretty small. It's just one big canyon that's got all the hoodoos in it. But in April, that would be in April that we're trying to do that. We may I may tie up with Colette. They're a gigantic firm.
Very big.
And we might do something special in May. I forget what's going on in June, but in July we're going to do a very deluxe trip out to the Black Hills.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I had my honeymoon.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you ride the train?
We didn't. It was later October, so it was
Okay.
rather snowy.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
We
by
got
the-
snowed in a couple
yeah,
days.
you got bad weather.
Well, and they're very seasonal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's-
There wasn't a whole lot going on, but we still enjoyed it. You know, we went into Deadwood and we went into
Sure.
various different places. But yeah, the snow was. I think that's the most snow I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. In October.
And
Yeah,
that's a Minnesota.
it was literally like I think it was like 2 feet of snow. We could not leave because the car couldn't handle it. We had
Yeah.
an SUV. We tried to go somewhere, and the SUV was just like, nope. So we
Not
were like,
moving.
oh
Was
well.
it a slow, unusual vehicle?
I mean, it was a Nissan. Not was it Nissan Rogue,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So,
it wasn't
you know,
a big SUV.
not a huge SUV.
That was a little SUV.
Well,
but still.
then we are planning on doing the Canadian Rockies,
Mm-hmm.
where we are taking the ferry out to Victoria Island and doing,
And we never
we're going
got
to do
that
it
far.
right.
We never got out to Victoria Island.
And then we're going to
maybe
ride
we
the
should
Rocky
go with
Mountaineer, and it's the Gold Leaf, which does make it quite a bit more money, but the service is much higher. If you ride the Silver Leaf, which some people brag about, the cars are about 8 feet shorter in height. So when you go
Jeez,
when you
that's a
go through the
significant-
trees,
Yeah, that's a
well,
big-
when you go through the trees, it's either
Yeah.
you're over the trees
Yeah.
or you're in the trees.
Oh, so you can't see
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
And they will serve you food, but you will eat it in your seat on on the
dining
car.
Okay.
Right. Whereas the Gold Leaf, it's a double-decker car with the dining down below, and so you get to sit above everything. They have a limited number of seats up there because they all recline totally. So if you're really bored with some of the most spectacular stuff you can see in Canada, you can get a nap in.
Oh, yet another mountain.
Yeah, exactly. And they do wine and cheese in the afternoon.
Oh, that's nice.
I like it
but
already.
we don't ride through the night because who wants to miss something?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you end up in Banff and Lake
So
Louise.
beautiful.
And they have the Fairmont hotels, which are kind of on the breaker's
Yep.
price, about
We've done that.
$1,700-1,800 a night.
Done that a couple of times. They weren't
Yeah.
that expensive when we went.
That was like probably solid, almost 15 years ago, huh?
Alex was pregnant.
I
Yeah.
saw about 10, a little
last
more
time
than
we
10.
went. So
Okay.
10
Little more
years
than
ago.
10.
They weren't,
11
it wasn't
years
that
ago.
crazy.
It was like, I think it was like September. So
Well,
it'll be almost 11 years ago.
The last time I was there was quite a while ago, 54 years.
Oh,
54 years
Wow.
ago?
That sure
Yeah,
is a
back in
beautiful area.
72.
It's changed.
We
It
took some-
is
we took
absolutely
the train,
changed.
But I, don't, I think
Oh,
we,
we did
I
take the
think
train,
we went.
yeah.
I think we flew into Calgary and then took the train to Banff, maybe.
You could do that easily.
And
Yeah.
don't
And
forget
I don't-
Andy disappeared for a while. Remember that on the train?
What?
You wandered off on the train.
He
for,
wasn't there. We
don't
didn't have children when
think
we went
so.
the first
well,
time.
on one of the trips, we were on a train and Andy wandered off.
I do not
You're on
recall
a train,
this.
Andy, you got to
Ah,
stop doing
what are
that.
we gonna do again?
Do we have any? I cannot. I have to get some glasses. I cannot read that. Any comments we should be talking about?
No, people aren't talking too much anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just used
Blind
to that.
installation is the biggest cash grab.
What is? What is?
They were talking
If you're
about.
good at installing.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
remember
you
when
go.
yeah, because I just had mentioned that the Breakers has window. They call it window treatment companies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually met the owners of 3 Day Blinds. I wish I would have gotten their number and become friends because it's very expensive to get Window treatments.
Window treatment, is that like
Window treatments.
alcohol?
Yeah, maybe.
We used to call it curtains. Now
Yeah.
it's window treatment.
Yeah, they used to be curtains.
Well,
Well, blinds
you're
or
exactly
curtains.
right.
What do you mean? They're
Curtains.
different.
Back in the day, it was just curtains.
Blinds were called curtains?
Everything was a curtain.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, blinds for the longest time were just the ones you saw in offices and
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
know,
you
they-
had
they-
Venetian blinds and
Yep.
that kind of stuff. But
And now they have vertical blinds
yeah,
too.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh, they're vertical.
So many
Yeah, we're
things.
not going to do a tour of the blind industry. though.
No.
No.
How often
Not
do you
happening.
leave North America, if ever?
Me personally or the company?
The tours.
I'm shooting for a couple times a year. The May one that was slipping out of my mind was going to Italy.
Oh yeah.
Italy.
Ooh, I love Italy.
And we're also planning on, I believe it's another Ireland. And
Another great place.
yeah, I like doing that in the fall because everything is really green by then, you know.
So what time of year are you talking in the fall?
October.
In October? Mm-hmm. Maybe we should go, Catherine.
We should do a lot of things.
Off to Ireland.
To Ireland. No, we have. But you haven't really traveled that much. Even I know I haven't, but you haven't really taken many trips lately.
No, well, we went to England last summer.
Yeah, Codfish Island or whatever.
Codfish
What was it called?
Island. Cornwall.
Cornwall, that's it.
Codfish
Portland.
Island.
Well, they
You
do
ever been to
fish for
Cornwall?
cod over there.
I have not.
It is spectacular.
It is. That's a really great.
Well, do
trip.
you watch Doc Martin, the TV show?
I don't. I don't watch much TV.
You don't watch much TV? Well, Doc Martin, he is in Cornwall. They don't
Okay.
call it Cornwall, though, do they?
Yeah, they call it Cornwall.
Oh, do they?
They've just changed the real name is Port Isaac, but
Port
they call
Isaac,
it
yeah.
Port Wen for
Oh,
some
that's
reason
right,
in
yeah.
the television show.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know why.
Because Cornwall is like the province.
It's just
Yes.
it's just a teensy weensy tiny little fishing village with
Okay.
very dramatic coastline all over Cornwall.
That's
Very high
spectacular.
cliffs and beautiful blue sea and all of that.
Place you'd never want to go to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very pretty. But it's, it's kind of a slog. You've got to fly into London and then you got to take the train for a couple hours or get a car, and the roads are all about the size of our bicycle paths.
Oh yeah.
So they're
And
terrifying.
you have to pass cars on that.
Oh,
entrance,
yes.
too.
Or no, you have to pull over. You have to pull over. You
Yeah.
can't even pass them. There's pullouts.
The only place in the United States that's like that is Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, is it like
I don't
that?
doubt it.
The streets are so narrow they park their cars on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise
Exactly.
the traffic wouldn't get by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
That's exactly how all of Cornwall is.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
All
most
of
of
it.
Europe, really.
Most of Europe, yeah. For real.
It's spectacularly beautiful. It's amazing. A lot of these, cliffs over the ocean, and I mean,
It is. It's just beautiful.
We-
But the weather's very unpredictable. You
Yeah,
get
it
those.
is.
You get those squalls that come in, and
Sure.
it can be 50 degrees, and the next day it can be 86 degrees. So you got to pack your gear.
It kind of sounds like Central Florida in the
It also
winter.
sounds like Minnesota.
It sounds like Minnesota, yeah.
I mean, because
Get ready.
I've taken my kids to Disney World and had it rain in the morning, and you had a beautiful day the
Yep.
rest of the
Oh
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Florida, when it's like it's gonna rain, it's like for 10 minutes,
Yeah,
and then
it'll
it'll
usually rain all day.
Yes.
Very
I
rarely.
was in Florida, northern Florida near Destin last month, and people were like, "It's gonna rain today. It's gonna rain," and I'm like, "No, it won't. I mean,
Yeah.
it will, but for 5
Yeah.
minutes.
We'll get
Yeah,
we'll get
relax."
we'll get 8 inches of rain in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, there
And
you
then
go.
it
it'll
dries up
dry
and
out.
it's all
Yeah.
gone
I'm
in
like,
an hour.
You'll never know that
Yeah.
it rained.
Right.
If you,
But you guys spend time in Florida, so you probably wear your parka, when it gets down to 50 as well, right?
50 in Florida is a lot different than 50 in Minnesota.
Yeah.
The ocean breeze, it's
You
freezing.
feel freezing when it's 50. Up here it's like
They
50.
say that in California
It's
too, and
wonderful.
I found myself in shorts and a t-shirt in
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So where do you go in Florida? I mean, in California, I mean.
Mostly Huntington Beach area.
Oh, it's very nice.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a cousin that lives there, and we get a chance to catch up and take the granddaughters to Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm, things like that.
Yep. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I have to take a quick break here. Be right back. Okay, you two talk about setting something up, Catherine.
during the ad.
During the ads, yeah.
During the
I'll
ad, we'll
figure it
Well,
talk.
we haven't done one in a long time.
Well, actually, this
I
first
understand.
ad. Okay, yeah, we got the. So wait, the Canadian Rockies tour in September. Are you still doing that?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have to ad lib this next one because that's the ad we got.
Well, it says Heart of the North Tours is another amazing one you don't want to miss. And I haven't said where it's going to be, so you can tell me where it is.
Yeah.
Let's put it in Hawaii.
Oh, you get
February
to
of
go to
27.
Hawaii.
Doggone it.
February 27th.
Is it the
I think it's the second week of February.
second week of February?
Nice,
All right.
nice time of the year
Well,
to
now
get
see,
out of
listen
Minnesota.
to this. We ad-libbed around this. Now I can say, with sweeping vistas, serene valleys, and postcard perfect scenery, travel in comfort and discover the beauty of all of the places there. For more information, just go to heartofthenorthtours.com or call 833-424-2700 to speak to Mike, who is a pro at arranging these amazing tours.
See, he won't answer right this minute.
No.
Yeah,
He
you're not,
turned
he's
his
not gonna
phone
answer
off.
right
Phone's up.
now.
Don't call him.
Does Hawaii have valleys?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
They've got
Oh,
mountains,
yeah.
you got
Yeah,
valleys.
That's true, I suppose.
Yeah.
And they have Pearl Harbor, and there's
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
there's some enormous valleys. that-
Huh.
Where do you go? Do you stay on the Big Island, or where do you usually?
No, we stay a couple nights on Oahu,
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll hit this, the north side, the east side, etc., Pearl Harbor,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll sail on the Pride of America. So we'll spend 2 days in Maui, 1 day in Hilo, 1 day in Kona, and 2 nights on Kauai, and then we'll
Wow.
go back to Oahu. But you don't have to pack and unpack. You don't have to fly over.
Right.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's all contained, and it's very, very comfortable.
When is that?
February.
February. Do you know any specific date in February yet, or kind of?
Second
No,
week.
there it
Beginning
is. It's
end.
on the website, but I turned it off.
Andy will look. Andy will look.
Let's see.
Is
Heart of
Hilo
the North
Hattie
Tours.
still a
I'll
thing?
do the Wellshire spot where
What's
you're
that?
looking, okay? That'll work.
Yes.
It's time for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally. They are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They are the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends, and they are my friends, so you know how that works for me. My friends at Wellshire, set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com.
Looks like your Hawaii cruise tour is the 11th through the 20th.
There you go.
10
11th through the
days.
20th.
That is a good
11th
time
through the
to
20th of February?
be in
February.
Yes, that is correct.
Catherine, what are we doing 11th through the 20th of
There's a
February?
traditional flower leg
and
reading.
the cool thing is, because we fly out of Dallas to go to Hawaii, I can pick up people from
Anywhere.
If you are
Yeah.
if you are in South Florida, you just can fly to Dallas and join the group.
Yeah.
It's very convenient.
See, Catherine?
Can I bring a dog?
Bring a dog.
Just an old dog.
This one old dog?
Well, he's got some age on him. Oh! Now I'm the old dog.
Hey, well,
New tricks.
No,
can I say?
Judith. It's like, I'm
What
hot.
can I say?
I remember when we were in Hawaii, when we haven't been to Hawaii in a
it's been
very
a long
long
time now.
I mean, Hilo Hattie's was a thing. I don't
Hilo
remember how I remember that or what it was.
Probably because Margaret just mentioned it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hattie's
what is
think
Hilo
still
Hattie's?
exists.
I think she said that in response to Mom asking.
Yeah,
I
what
think
is
so.
it again? And is it
I
still
don't
a
know
thing?
what a Hilo Hattie is.
I remember them being all over the place. And of course, you
Well-
say Maui, you think Maui, Wowie.
yeah.
Hilo Hattie is looks like clothing store.
Oh, okay. They were everywhere. I just remember the name.
Well, apparently Hilo Hattie was a singer, a Hawaiian singer,
Oh.
and they're named after her.
Ah.
Yes.
There you go.
She
There's
was
some-
born in 1901, lived until 1979.
And it's still in business, the
yeah,
Hilo Hattie's
it's
change?
still
Okay.
around.
There
Nice.
you go. You have to go back.
Yeah, we do have to go back.
And the Big Island is the most unique one of.
yeah.
Yeah, because they have all 4 seasons on the same day.
Oh.
Was that a
Because
good thing?
there's snow on the mountain.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I
when,
suppose, yeah.
when you drive from Kona toward the mountain, you'd swear you're on the moon or Mars because
The
of
lava
all of the
fields,
lava.
yeah.
There's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just all rock. You know,
Yep.
there's no grass. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Then you have the mountain, like I said, with the snow. Halfway up the mountain, you get spring because it's about 50, 60 degrees, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, it's like a
and you
cloud
get down
forest.
near the water, and it's about 75.
Beautiful.
When were we in Hawaii last?
I was like 8 or 9.
It had to have been almost 30 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Almost 30
Yeah.
years ago, because I will never forget, that whole beautiful, the mountains and the valleys and then, the walk, what was that, stone walk or stone wall walk or whatever it was. But in any case, you learn after about, half a day to a full day that there's all this dried up lava, right? And you go, oh, somebody used to have a house right there. Not anymore.
No, that was probably on Maui because they're
Yeah,
very,
I think-
very active over there.
Yep, it was on Maui, which is beautiful, by the way.
It is, but Kilauea has been. I haven't ever caught it erupting at the level that it does after I come back. But
that's good.
it'll shoot a quarter of a mile in the air.
Yeah.
a quarter of a mile of
Yeah.
hot lava.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's not good.
you don't want to be under it. That's for
You
sure.
don't want to be under
You
it.
know,
Certainly not.
you don't even want to be near it. It's so doggone hot.
Wasn't
It's
it like
noxious
Oprah
fume.
Winfrey? Somebody got her house burned to the ground in,
Yep.
in one of those last.
Well, I don't know if her house
Eruption.
got taken, but everybody else's did.
Maybe hers wasn't.
She has her magic
She just
Oprah
called in
bubble.
the ice
She
queen.
has,
Right?
Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
She
Just
probably
took it.
imported thousands of tons of ice
Do you
sculptures.
consider yourself to be pretty lucky? I mean, that's a hell of a job you've got.
Yeah, I do feel lucky.
I mean, you developed it, you built it, but still, you got to feel pretty lucky. What a great way to live.
It's there's office work too.
Well, there's some office work too. I suppose that is true. But
I don't go all of the time. I don't know.
no,
it's
I
just-
understand that. No question about it. I just, but yeah, we were talking before you got in here, Catherine. We're going to have to go on one of the tours.
Yep,
There's no
I'm
question.
ready.
about it.
If-
I got my
when
bag
it- when it
packed. I got
works
my
for you,
passport
you
ready.
know.
We're ready to go.
She's the
anywhere.
one who
Super.
talks, so you two stay in touch because she's the one who can figure that out.
Cool.
I just think it'd be a great idea because, just sitting here talking about all that stuff, I haven't been anywhere in a long time. And now, we got the podcast where it needs to be and everything. After leaving KQ 3 years ago, it took a long time to get everything reestablished and set up and all the rest of it. But, Catherine and the kids did a good job putting it together. So we gotta figure something out. That'd be
Cool.
phenomenal.
Maybe we can take 40 or 50 of our closest friends with too. I don't know.
God, I'm trying to think if I have 40 or 50 close.
I think you probably do.
I probably do. You're right. Well, thank you for coming by today.
Hey, thank
We'll
you.
stay in touch on that whole deal because what time of the year would be best for you?
Any time of the year is fine by me.
Doesn't
So
matter. How about for you, Catherine?
Well, we shall discuss.
Yes.
Okay, we'll discuss it and we'll get back to you. I
All
think
right.
it's a great idea.
cool.
I just love your enthusiasm about that. I mean, you love it, I can tell.
I do. I had to take a call last night. That was troublesome though. There's a couple that this would have been their first trip and they were going to Hawaii. And he had to call to tell me last night that she was in the hospital. Indeterminate what's going on, but the doctor had said, you're not going.
That's too bad.
And the only good news is at least they had travel insurance, so it's
Yeah.
not like it's a
Yeah,
Oh,
total wash or anything like that.
right.
But I had gone out to see them last week, and they were so excited to go, but they couldn't figure out how to get the illustrious iPhone app to work for them. So I went through and we got it all set up. And I mean, I've probably talked to him every day since. Matter of fact, I
That's
talked to him
nice.
today to make sure that he was going to cancel his short excursions because they just can't go.
yeah,
That's
too
terrible. That's unfortunate.
it is.
All right, well, you two stay in touch. Got to figure something out, Catherine.
We will.
No, I'm telling you, I just even sitting here talking about it, all these great memories come back in your head of the trips
Yeah.
you've taken in the past.
Yep.
And they're
Traveling is good
diversions
for
from
ya.
reality.
Yes,
so what the
traveling
heck.
is good.
Yeah,
for
that
you.
is very true. So we got to have you in again. I think people really enjoyed that. Just, hey, who wouldn't enjoy talking about going to places like Hawaii, for God's sake?
Or Italy.
Well,
Or Italy.
I probably get some really cheap tickets going to Ukraine if you wanted to go.
The Ukraine? Let me
think I'm good
about
on
that. and
that.
get back.
Yeah,
I'll get
No,
back to you.
everybody asks me
interested.
why am I not doing more in Europe, and I'm just like,
Yeah, until everything
that's
calms
really sticking your foot
down. Yeah.
right
Yeah.
in the fire, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Is it
wait.
still okay, like England, Ireland? Is that still okay?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But today's weapons can hit anywhere.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of turmoil now. It's just really,
Yeah,
really
it's-
sad.
Yep.
It is.
Oh, well, thank you for coming in, sir.
Thank
and we'll
you.
stay in touch. You two get this teed
Yes,
up.
sir.
The love of God, just call
Well,
him,
you
Mom.
No, you're talking about all these wonderful places. I'm going, why haven't we gone? Well, we haven't gone to places in how long? It's been a long time.
Last summer.
Well, yeah, that was Cornwall, but we had already planned that one.
Doesn't even count.
Plan another one.
I did love it though. We stayed in.
Get on the
oh, you don't watch TV. That's right. But there's a house where this doctor has his practice, and the house right next to it's the one we rented, and it was
The Folly 2.
the Folly too.
Almost everything there, almost everything is centered around the show Doc Martin.
I'm sure, yeah.
It is.
I mean, it's been off the air now for five
Oh,
5 years, I
you'd
think,
love
at least.
that
And,
area.
and it's still listed.
It still is because, and everybody sold all their little cottages and all these. I mean, we're talking cottages about the size of this room,
Yeah.
and there will be an upstairs and I mean, you had all the low ceilings, very, very old fishing village, and everything is an Airbnb now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
There's very few people that actually live in the village
And
because they
see,
can't
that's-
afford it.
This is the same thing that's happening in Hawaii. They don't really grow pineapple to any degree anymore.
Really? I didn't
No.
know that.
No, they don't. They don't grow sugar cane either.
Really?
Yeah, well,
That
you
was a
can
big
build an
business
awful
for
lot
them,
of
huh?
housing on those,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
spaces.
Well, Oprah
That's
Winfrey
true.
needs her 10-acre
Well, we went on a
mansion.
inner tube experience, and it was chilly because it was the first week of February this year.
Oh yeah.
But you go through these old irrigation canals and tunnels that were built for the sugarcane industry.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll be, a quarter of a mile you'll be in the ditch, sailing along, and then you'll do a quarter of a mile under a mountain.
Oh,
Yeah, and the
They dug
tunnels
all
were
that.
bored back in the 1700s.
Oh
wow.
Yeah,
really? How did they do
interesting.
that? They apparently imported workers and
Yeah.
told them some great story, and they did the work.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't really know.
They got a great story going.
It's interesting.
So I'll have to ask the people the question. We'll ask you on Friday, if the family went on a tour, would that drive you away from going, or would it drive you? We're gonna find out.
It'll be a complete disaster.
Oh, no, it won't. I'll go along. We'll fix
Honest to
it.
God. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
really
you.
Great to see you. I love this stuff. Talking about it, just you sitting here, just brought back so many great memories of places we've been and things, And I got to be honest with you, I would say 99% of the places we've ever been, the people are very friendly.
Yeah.
They really are. What do you mean, yeah?
I mean, yeah, they are. I mean, we're not.
There
when
are
you're
some
traveling,
countries, though, that don't like Americans.
That's true.
Like
Well,
where?
that's
Where
true.
is it? Do you have a number?
Parts of Europe.
Really?
Toronto. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
And they know by the American physique, they know who the Americans are, by and
Well,
large.
Yeah.
The number one question I have for him is, how are you doing back in World War II when we saved your ass? How about that?
All right.
Yeah, well,
They don't want to hear that?
their ass probably wasn't there.
I know,
World War II.
that's true. That's true. It's a
And so,
different deal.
with every generation, something like that just becomes less
disappears.
of a
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing. So,
But I bring it up to him, so.
okay, well, good.
All right, well, come back
Keep
soon.
doing it. Thank you.
We got to work on this. It's
All right.
wonderful. All right, that's going to do it. We will talk to you. Oh, no, there's no.
Yeah, there is. There's
No,
just
we're
no
going to
Kristyn.
do. We're going to. What's that?
There's just no Kristyn.
And no
That's what I'm
Alex
saying.
on
And no
Friday.
Alex.
No
Oh,
Alex,
that's right.
no Kristen.
We'll be just
on
Tom
Friday.
rambling on.
Yay!
Oh, boy, look at the time.
You're gonna love it.
You
will be
will
great.
the man.
I'd love to stay in Shaboos. All right, we'll talk to you on Friday with half the staff.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.